Hello. Hello, nerd friends. Welcome to the Friday night political therapy show. And these are times when you desperately need political therapy. I know. And that's why I'm here. Hello. Today is 9th of May and it is 8:59 p.m. And Operation Sindoor, what they're calling round 2, is underway. Lots of updates coming in now, which is like basically, yeah, not looking good. Not looking good. Before I begin this stream, let me remind everyone, war is not a joke. War is war, and real lives are lost. And think about the people who are on the border areas. Think about people who are experiencing blackouts right now and how scared they are. And always keep them in mind when you are looking at these updates and wars and whatever is happening. It's no joke. It is horrifying. It is scary. And I think it is worth reiterating it again and again that human lives are lost. And there are no winners in war. There will be only losers. There will be a big loser and there will be a small loser, but all losers. Okay, just saying. Need to keep saying that, I guess, in times like this. But today, what I thought we can do, of course, there are some updates that came in. I already put out a video. You can see it. It is update number 2, which I put out in the afternoon, giving you updates of what has happened in the past 2 days. What we are trying to do on Team Megnerd, essentially a few research nerds, etc., who are helping me with this, is that we are sorting through as much information as we can and trying to give you authentic information as far as we can tell, which will inform you. Okay, which is not designed to trigger you. It will just keep you informed about what is going on. So today what I thought was that I think it's important to understand the language of war. Again, we have never seen war. I have never seen war, at least. I was very young when the Kargil war happened. I'm still learning about how to talk about conflicts and war, so I thought we can learn together. One of the things you must be hearing again and again is de-escalate, right? What does that mean? What does an escalation ladder mean? So I'm going to show you what an escalation ladder is. I think it will give you sort of a framework to think about this conflict and when we should panic. Right now, we are somewhere around stage 4 or 5. Again, I'll show you properly once we come to that. The second thing we are going to do is one of our Giga Nerds, Aitas, has created a very helpful checklist. So whenever you see any information online, keep that checklist handy and you will be able to sort through whether you should trust it or not, right? Along with some trusted news sources under that, so you can also check them once in a while to see what is the news, what is happening, etc., right? Because honestly, right now, the way TV media is behaving, the way WhatsApp is going nuts, it is really difficult to trust anything. Honestly, trust anything. It is not how do I put it? Nothing is authentic anymore. I mean, that's the simplest way to put it. It just seems like for example, yesterday, me and my partner, we were trying to follow what is going on, etc., and we went down this extreme rabbit hole where we spiraled, honestly. Like, for example, there was this video that we saw, which was on Twitter and Reddit both, which showed like this fire in somewhere in Jaisalmer, I believe, where some girls are screaming in the background and they're showing the fire and everybody is like, wahan pe attack ho gaya, etc. Later in the morning, like, I checked again and I found out that that was a farm fire. And it started before the whole shelling, etc., even started. So then people are seeing fires everywhere and they're just like, oh my god, yahan pe bomb gira hoga, yahan pe drone gira hoga. So right now, everybody's panicking. So we are going to try and sort through some information and see what is going on and whether you should trust it or not. Just as a baseline, I think trust only official sources, trust only the Ministry of Defense, trust only the Indian Armed Forces and what they are saying. Other than that, you can trust some news sources like newspapers. I am following the Indian Express and Hindu primarily, but there are of course other news sources also that you can follow. They are putting in the effort to sort through information and give you credible information without triggering you. So that is there. Okay. Follow Mohammad Zubair. Very good fact checking he's doing. Like, so any video that shows up, you just check Mohammad Zubair's Twitter timeline and you will see it. Alt News is also doing a good job of it. News Laundry and News Minute are also doing a good job of it. Unfortunately, Wire has been blocked by a bunch of ISPs, so I can't recommend that anymore. So yeah, that's there. Right. Chat, just moderators are here. Ayanva is here. Hello, Ayanva. Ayanva is saying also no warmongering in chat. Yes, correct. Moderators are going to be extremely strict today. So please be very careful about what you are saying, what you are opinionating on. There should be no warmongering per se. Again, war is not a joke. It is not a video game. If you are not on the front lines, yeah, just calm down. Just calm down. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, yeah, see, Val is also here. Ayanva is here. I saw Krish coming in also. So a bunch of people are here today, which is good. Aditya, thank you for the upgrade. Thank you so much. And also do consider liking and supporting this stream, this channel. Yeah, complete survival is dependent on you. So please do consider supporting. Yes. Yeah, so first let's look at some of the updates. Our nerd friend Atharva is constantly looking at the news and giving us some updates about what is happening. So first thing that is happening is Omar Abdullah has tweeted this just now. Intermittent sounds of blasts, probably heavy artillery, can now be heard from where I am. He's in Jammu right now. So some members in chat also said that Jammu is currently experiencing a blackout. He also shared a picture. So there's a blackout happening in Jammu right now across the city. There are sirens happening. So yeah, so this is yeah. So think about the people in Jammu and how scared they must be before you start warmongering. Calm down. Calm down. Can you provide links to the sources you use? Yes, we have entire list prepared. I will share it with you. Of course, I will share it with you. And it will help you go through a lot of things and also like judge news by yourself. So I will get to that shortly. But first, I wanted to start with another press briefing that happened, which was done by the Ministry of External Affairs and the Armed Forces together. And there is this one very crazy thing that they revealed, which I wanted to sort of focus on today.
को रात 8:30 बजे एक असफल अकारण ड्रोन और मिसाइल हमला करने के बावजूद पाकिस्तान ने अपना का डेटा दिखाया गया है। यह भारत और पाकिस्तान के बीच अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सीमा के पास उड़ान भरने वाले अंतर्राष्ट्रीय उड़ानों सहित नागरिक विमानों के लिए सुरक्षित नहीं है। यहाँ स्क्रीन शॉट में पंजाब सेक्टर में हाई एयर डिफेंस अलर्ट स्थिति के दौरान एप्लीकेशन फ्लाइट रडार 24 का डेटा दिखाया गया है। जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर भारतीय पक्ष का हवाई क्षेत्र घोषित बंद के कारण नागरिक हवाई यातायात से पूरी तरह से रहित है। कराची और लाहौर के बीच के हवाई अड्डे मार्ग पर नागरिक एयरलाइंस उड़ान भर रही है। हाई अलर्ट किया गया है विमान फ्लाइनेस एविएशन का एयरबस 320, जैसा कि आप यहां देख रहे हैं, जो कि शाम को 5:50 बजे दमम से शुरू हुआ और रात को 9:10 बजे लाहौर में उतरा। ये सारा डिटेल्स आप यहां देख रहे हैं। ये डिटेल्स यहां लिखा हुआ है। कैन यू सी दिस?
May 7th
भारतीय वायुसेना ने अपनी प्रतिक्रिया में काफी संयम दिखाया और इस प्रकार अंतरराष्ट्रीय नागरिक विमान सेवा की सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित की। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
So, what she showed right now, let me just tell you what is happening. So, on the 7th, right? So, 7th, early morning is when we did Operation Sindoor on those 9 locations that we had identified as terrorist infrastructure, which was a non escalatory strike that we did, precision strike. Next day at 10, you saw there was a press briefing that happened where they showed what they did. That night on the 7th is when shelling started, and a lot of drones were, and air activity started happening both from the Indian and Pakistani side, etc. What Pakistan did is something really shitty, and there is no other way to say it. There was this flight that went from Dammam. It started in Dammam at 6ish in on on the 7th, and went to Lahore. But if you see the path, look at this. It goes right above the locations that we had targeted. Bahawalpur, Burewala, all these places, and then went to Lahore. Right now, this entire airspace is supposed to be empty. We have been keeping our airspace empty. Pakistan is supposed to keep this airspace empty because obviously civil lives will be otherwise endangered, right? They sent a plane right when they started shelling and attacking us, which went through right from the. They were using a plane, a civilian plane with 200 people in it as a human shield. That is what they were doing. It's insane. And that is what the army has revealed today in the press conference. I don't know how to say this, but that's an extremely shit thing to do. Like putting lives in danger when there is a literal war going on. Civil airlines are not supposed to fly from these zones. It's just insane. So this flight went right above this. Usually the flight path is different. It goes like this. From here, Multan se leke, it goes to Lahore, but somehow it went like this right near the border and went crazy. I mean, so basically, in a way, what was happening was that when our air defense systems were activating, when their drones were starting to fly and things were happening, we had to be extremely careful not to hit that flight, because otherwise we would have been responsible for civilian deaths, and then Pakistan would have an excuse to just escalate more. Fortunately, our army, being competent, did not do that. My God, it's just the lowest of low that I have seen. It's insane. I cannot even describe this in words. This is what the airspace looks like right now. See, this is what I mean. This is completely kept empty. There is this one flight which is being most tracked. It is from Dubai to Lahore. Again, if you see the path, it goes from Multan and goes like that. The other flight went like this, and from Bahawalpur it went right above Bahawalpur and then there. Bahawalpur is where their main terrorist infrastructure is. Can you imagine? It's just horrendous. I have no words, honestly. Like, it's just no words. Please describe in words. It is extremely horrendous and it is a shitty thing to do. That is, I'm me describing it in words. We had drone attacks yesterday as well. Yes. So I've done a video, separate video on this, giving you updates about what happened, giving you locations and where the drone attacks already happened. It's already up on my channel. You can check it later. Right now, I'm just going to sort of go past that a little bit because I've already done that. And I'm going to give you some other updates. So I wanted to point this out, okay? So there are, you have to understand, right now, you have to take sides. There is no other way to put it. There is no other way to put it, especially if you're reporting on this, if you're talking about this, etc., you have to take sides. You might think that, there should be like reasonable voices coming out, critical voices coming out. But again, Read the room. There is a time and place to do it. So not now is not the time to criticize. But there is one person who decided to do it anyway, and it is the most unlikeliest person ever. Again, I'm going to translate this, but yeah, Raj Thackeray.
भारतीय वायुदलाने एअर स्ट्राईक केलेल्या पाकिस्तानमधल्या अतिरेकी तळांवरती जवळपास 32हून अधिक अतिरेकी ठार झाल्याची माहिती देखील पुढे आहे. लष्कराने देखील काही वेळापूर्वी पत्रकार परिषद घेतली, त्यांनी स्पष्ट केलेलं आहे या संदर्भात.
मला काय आपल्याकडे भारतात जो आता कुठे ते पहलगामला जो हल्ला झाला, मी ज्यावेळेला त्याच्यावरचं मी पहिलं ट्विट जेव्हा केलं त्यावेळेला मी सांगितलं होतं की ज्यांनी हल्ला केलाय त्यांना ते अतिरेकी दहशतवादी जे कोणी असतील त्यांना आपण धडा शिकवला पाहिजे आणि अत्यंत कठोर असा की त्यांच्या पुढच्या पिढ्यांना लक्षात राहायला पाहिजे. पण दहशतवादी हल्ल्याचं उत्तर युद्ध नसतं.
So what he's saying is that when the Pahalgam attack first happened, he had tweeted saying that the people who did the attack should be tracked down and they should be punished so that their generations remember how they have been punished. And then he says that but the answer to that attack was not war.
कळलं का? युद्ध हे काय उत्तर नाही. आता अमेरिकेमध्ये 2 ट्विन टावर्स पाडले, पेंटागॉनवरती त्यांनी हल्ला केला म्हणून त्यांनी जरा जाऊन युद्ध नाही केलं, त्यांनी ते अतिरेकी ठार मारले. हे तुम्ही दुसऱ्या देशामध्ये युद्ध परिस्थिती आणायची आणि आता ते काय मॉक ड्रिल करायचं आणि मग ते सायरन वाजवणार वगैरे वगैरे. मुळात ही गोष्ट का घडली हे पण आपण लक्षात घेण्यासारखं आहे. मला असं वाटतं की थोडंसं अंतर्मुख होऊन आपण आपला विचार करणं खूप गरजेचं आहे. पाकिस्तानला काय बरबाद, अगोदरच बरबाद झालेला देश येतो, त्याला काय बरबाद करणार तुम्ही? आणि प्रश्न असा आहे की ज्याला
He's saying that we need to introspect a little bit and figure out what we are doing, and doing mock drills, etc. Maybe might not be the best way to do things, and we need to talk about this.
अतिरेक्यांनी हल्ला केला, ते अतिरेकी अजून तुम्हाला हातात सापडलेले नाहीये.
We have still not found the people who actually did the attacks.
पर्यटक जिथे जातात, इतकी वर्ष जात आहेत, तिथे सिक्युरिटी का नव्हती हे मला असं वाटतं हे प्रश्न.
Why wasn't there security in the area?
आपल्या देशामध्ये कोम्बिंग ऑपरेशन करून ह्यांना हुडकून काढणं हे जास्ती गरजेचं आहे.
We should do a combing operation in our own country and then find them.
एअर स्ट्राईक करून लोकांना काहीतरी वेगळ्या ठिकाणी भरकटवून आणि असं हे काही युद्ध हे काय त्याचा पर्याय नाही होऊ शकत किंवा त्याचं उत्तर नाही होऊ शकत. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे आता कसं झालं ह्या सगळ्या याच्यामध्ये कसं आहे, सरकारच्या चुका ह्या तुम्हाला दाखवल्याच पाहिजे. आज ज्या वेळेला हा प्रकार झाला, तो प्रकार झाल्यानंतर ज्या वेळेला पंतप्रधान त्यावेळेला सौदी अरेबियामध्ये होते, अर्धवट दौरा सोडला त्यांनी, तो दौरा सोडून ते बिहारला कॅम्पेनला गेले.
When this whole thing happened, Prime Minister cut short the Saudi Arabia trip and came and started doing prachar in Bihar.
कळलं का? बिहारला कॅम्पेनला गेले. मला असं वाटतं ते गोष्ट करायची गरज नव्हती. त्याच्यानंतर ते केरळमध्ये जाऊन तिकडे अदानीचं पोर्टचं उद्घाटन केलं. त्याच्यानंतर इकडे काहीतरी फिल्म इंडस्ट्रीसाठी काहीतरी वेवचा कार्यक्रम केला, तिकडे द्याल. इतकी जर गंभीर परिस्थिती आहे तर या गोष्टी टाळता आल्या असत्या. आणि त्याच्यानंतर येऊन ते काय मॉक ड्रिल करायचं आणि मग काहीतरी एअर स्ट्राईक करायचं, मला असं वाटतं की हे काही उत्तर नाही या गोष्टींवरचं. जे अतिरेकी आहेत, ज्यांनी हा हल्ला केलेला आहे, मला असं वाटतं त्यांना हुडकून काढणं, त्यांचा बंदोबस्त करणं. देशभर मला असं वाटतं की तुम्ही हे मॉक ड्रिल करण्यापेक्षा कॉम्बिंग ऑपरेशन्स करा. जिकडे जिकडे
Instead of doing mock drills, you should do combing operations.
तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, आज आपल्या देशामधला पोलीस दल आणि या सगळ्या लोकांना, खास करून मुंबई महाराष्ट्रामधल्या पोलीस दलाचं तर मी त्यांची प्रशंसाच करेन की त्यांना सगळ्या गोष्टी माहिती आहेत, कुठे कोणत्या गोष्टी चालू आहेत आणि कुठे काय चालू आहे ते. कळलं का? आज आपल्या देशातले प्रश्न संपत नाहीये आणि आपण काहीतरी युद्धाला आपण काहीतरी.
Right now, we have many questions in our own country and we are basically focusing on war. Basically, that is what his opinion is. Yeah, so from a very unlikely place, I know this sort of criticism and sort of opinion is coming from Raj Thackeray. I still think there is a time and place to do this. I think this is not a good time to do this. But following that, by the way, Raj Thackeray has now given a statement that he's not going to react to anything. Probably he got a lot of hate for this. I can imagine why. And right now, I know this sounds very reasonable. This opinion sounds very reasonable, but time and place, friends. Time and place. This is not the time, neither the place to do this. Probably when things have calmed down a little bit is a good time to sort of do this, whether it was a good idea or not. Right now, no. It is done and now it is time to take sides. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Jatin, as you're saying, he's right. Again, time and place. Not a good time right now. It's a rational thought. Again, yes, I agree with that. Time and place. This is the exact time to say this, and I appreciate Raj Thackray spine. Well, Raj Saheb does Rada in peacetime and does Charcha in Gondhal time. Yeah. Again, very unlikely place. There is another opinion that came from Harsh Goenka of all people, who also said that, war is not good for anyone and need to de-escalate, etc. Not the time. Exactly, so I agree with you. Check what Omar Abdullah tweeted. Again, he tweeted once more. I already covered Omar Abdullah and what he tweeted. But did he say something else? It is my earnest appeal to everyone in and around Jammu. Please stay off the street, stay at home or at the nearest place you can comfortably stay for the next few hours. Ignore rumors, don't spread unsubstantiated or unverified stories, and we will get through this together. Absolutely. But right now, WhatsApp will be going crazy, so be very careful. If I don't know if internet is working in Jammu right now, but if anybody is watching from Jammu, please stay safe. Or if your families are in Jammu, man, I'm really scared for you as well and for the family as well. I hope sense prevails, honestly. This is really scary. This is very scary. I got tired of news yesterday. I thought I'm going to wake up in the morning. Where? Could you respond to my previous comment? Okay. Pramod, thank you for the 5 memberships. Thank you. It is working. Internet is working. Okay. Fair enough. But then keep off WhatsApp. भाई दिस इज द एग्जैक्ट टाइम टू से रैशनल स्टफ. फिर कब बोलने का जब जगह बॉम्ब गिरने की. नो I disagree with that network engineer. I feel like during times of conflict, when literal soldiers are on the border, like unlike other times there are literally people fighting right now, this is not the time. Just saying. I mean, हो गया, चालू हो गया है, like conflict has begun. Right now is not the time to basically say that, oh, we should have done the other thing and other thing, because right now it's already started. There's going to be a huge shock today. Let's see what the government does today. Well, let's see. Manny is saying something. My sister is in Jammu, is terrified. See, exactly. Manny, I hope she's safe. My prayers for her. I hope she's safe, man. Right now, बाहर इतनी आवाज आ रही है एयर डिफेंस की probably, but today it has been for too long. Isha is also there. Man, I'm so sorry. Chronically Online, thank you. Ayan, thank you. When Pakistan people say false flag, what it means. Basically, okay. One of the things that Pakistan, it's weird what they've been saying. By the way, one of the opinions that they have been giving, bizarrely enough, is that yesterday you must have seen so many images of air strikes happening, etc., drones being taken down. Our army in the briefing said that we have taken down around 200 drones that came from Pakistan for multiple cities across the western border. And what Pakistan's stand is that we sent drones ourselves to attack our own cities and took them down, and now we are blaming them. It is the most bullshit thing they're saying. Even with the Pahalgam thing, they are trying to pitch and say that, oh, you did the attack yourself and you are the ones who are reacting. Again, that seems to be their playbook. It is the most moronic thing I've ever heard. So that is what they mean when they're saying false flag operation. It was not a false flag operation. Ipsita, thank you for the 16 months. Why do they do blackouts given GPS is used now? So usually blackouts are used to make targets unidentifiable. So like cities are hidden. That is the idea at least. But of course GPS is used now, you're right. But I mean, it just makes it even more difficult for technology which doesn't have night radar capacity or night vision capacity to spot targets. So yeah, that's why blackouts are done. Also, guys, one more thing I saw, news channels have been running, like ticker जब आता है ना तो they run an air raid siren. It's someone was basically tweeting अभी just देखा था मैंने कि news channels please stop doing that because अगर सच्ची का air raid siren हो गया people will not believe it. Our TV media has just, oh my god, at least 50 blasts in 20 seconds in Jammu. Manu is saying, what? Okay, wow. Okay, this is crazy. This is clearly an evolving situation. Nidhi is in Jammu, live report. Okay. Wait.
From the News Minute, and joining me from the studios of News Laundry is my colleague Basant Kumar. If you're wondering why we're here, what
Nidhi is in Jammu right now. Let's see.
Nidhi, can you hear us?
Hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can.
This is
Loud and
from
clear.
an hour ago.
Nidhi, I see that you're standing on a seemingly deserted road. Do tell me what's happening around you.
Pooja, can you hear me? I seem to have lost the audio.
If Nidhi, I was asking you to describe what's happening around you. The road looks quite deserted. Where you
Yeah,
tell us what's
so-
happening.
So we drove today from Delhi to Jammu. We tried to make it to Jammu city before it got too dark. So we reached around 7 p.m. As we drove into the city, what we really saw was an entirely eerie city. People are staying indoors. Shops have been shut. My colleagues who are reporting from here and have been here for the last few days said that shops are now getting shut by around 5:36. People are not stepping out at all. Apart from medical shops, everything is shut. Even our hotel staff, we just checked in, told us that we have to keep our lights off. What we also know is after a really tense night yesterday, everybody we've spoken to here said that the tension is extremely high in the city today. It's quite palpable in how deserted the entire region really looks. And also, what we know is that schools have been shut for the next few days. The education minister has said that she will keep schools shut, and a decision will be taken on Monday after reviewing the security situation. There's also a lot of stranded people in Jammu who for whom trains were arranged today. 3 special trains from Jammu and Udhampur were arranged to move stranded people out of the cities. Apart from that, the weather has also been acting up. So the National Highway 44, this is the NH 44, which connects Jammu to Srinagar, has also been shut because of rainfall and landslides. So in short, there are people who are stranded in Jammu, tourists, migrant workers who are
Oh
now wanting
God.
to leave the city. The state is trying to make arrangements, but there are people stuck here, and the city itself is quite deserted as of now.
Nidhi, there's another bit of information we've picked up that people who are displaced and are being evacuated from areas like Rajouri and Pooch, which saw heavy shelling from Pakistani side, they're being brought to camps in the outskirts of Jammu. Can you confirm that for us? And what more can you tell us?
Yeah, so we are currently in Jammu city, about 6 to 7 kilometers from here in the outskirts of Jammu city. We are being told that there are people who are coming in from Poonch who are evacuating border areas and coming looking for safeties into camps. These are makeshift camps. Schools are being turned into camps where people can seek shelter. Anmol, my colleague, and I, we plan to go to them tomorrow to bring you in-depth coverage.
Guys, this was before 8. As far as I can see, this was 84 minutes ago. So I feel like if the activities started now, this might not have covered it. This was an 8 o'clock report. So clearly, like the blackout started after this, probably. फर्स्ट स्ट्राइक में पाकिस्तान के सिविलियंस को मारा है भाई, मास्टरमाइंड जिसे बोल रहे हैं उनके रिलेटिव्स मारा है। हिस्ट्री में हम वॉर स्टार्ट किया लिखा जाएगा, वॉर एंड करना अपने हाथ में नहीं। ओके, विल ड्रोन्स बी फ्यूचर ऑफ टेररिज्म? I mean, it is clearly present now. Warfare is what it is. I saw this video when it came out at 8, so video was finished before 8. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So then, right now the situation is what uh, we were looking at. Um, Pakistan attempted drone. This is what is coming. Pakistan attempted drone attacks across Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, and Rajasthan, specifically Barmer, Jaisalmer, near Pokhran. That is what is happening right now in Jammu. Okay. We will cover that in a separate update. I don't think it's good idea to cover this live right now. From reports coming in from our people who are here also, it is a very scary situation. I hope everybody is safe. Do you think Pakistan is deliberately trying to project that they are militarily less prepared to deceive India and strike as we become complacent? I'm not in the position to theorize about this honestly, chronically online. Uh, I mean, one of the things that I heard, one expert I was hearing was that the reason why they have been using so many drones is to probably find out our air defense, sort of where our air defense systems are, so to gather intelligence. That's what the army also said in a very roundabout way. So that is one more thing. So like initially it happens that they will send like drones etc, and then later heavy fire might start. So it's that's what is scary, that they might be trying to suss out how much air defense we have right now before they start sending in the heavy artillery or heavy like their air force or whatever else. So yeah, it's not over. It is not over. It is scary. It is still escalating. It's yeah. I read in the Guardian report the US won't intervene. What is your take over geopolitics? Will anyone clearly support India with escalation like this? So right now, so far from the international community, whatever I have sussed out is that ek to Trump might not intervene. He said earlier that Trump might not intervene. They have been fighting for thousands of years or whatever. Second, he said that, oh, if it's required, I might go and mediate. The thing is though, Trump is an idiot. Can we agree with Trump is a freaking idiot, right? He keeps saying that, oh, centuries old conflict. No, the countries didn't exist. 1947 mein dono countries bane. He thinks that, oh, they've been fighting forever. No. So in a way that if this idiot comes to mediate, I don't think it's going to help. But another thing that is happening today, and again, I think in the army briefing only they said that the IMF today there is an IMF meeting where there is going to be a decision made on whether Pakistan needs to get more funding or not, right? The thing is, you have to understand this, right? IMF gives money to Pakistan. Pakistan gives money to either America, France, China to buy more weapons. So that is the roundabout way in which IMF will end up funding the war, right? So if the IMF stops funding Pakistan also and doesn't give them money, then they are in trouble, right? From whatever reports I have read right now, Pakistan doesn't have that much to sustain a long-term war. How many days? I don't know. There are varying figures coming in. Some people are saying 2 weeks. Some people are saying 2 months. But again, I don't know. The fact of the matter is we have a larger defense budget. We have a larger army. We have more weapons. We are just clearly a larger military force. They aren't. So that's why they will need support from outside to sustain or continue this conflict, which they don't have. So we are trying our best. At least our diplomatic efforts are that we are going to cut off funding to Pakistan as much as we can through the IMF or whatever ways, which actually might be a good way to stop this, right? Because once they realize that there is no money coming and they'll just bankrupt themselves, they will stop on their own. That is the hope, at least. So, yeah. Trump is selfish? Oh, of course he is. IMF meeting was not about Pakistan funding. It was a general meeting. India was to push forward their case to stop Pakistan sanctioned money. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I thought, like, I heard the army, in the army briefing, I heard them saying that the IMF is holding a meeting and we are going to put our point forward to stop funding to Pakistan. So I thought it was one of the agendas would be that, but fair enough. But there is a meeting from the IMF. We'll find out what happens tomorrow. Thank you so much, Val, for the support. Thank you. He has gifted some subs. Guys, the thing is, if you see the videos, those are cut out portions from my live streams, which I do for members. So for members, I am doing almost every day update streams on what is going on, etc. So if you become a member, you can join that. I'm later cutting it short and putting it out on my channel as updates. So if you become a member, you get a chance to see the entire live stream. Today, the live stream was 1.5 hours, 1 hour, 40 minutes long. I cut out like a 30-minute portion and put it out on my channel. Again, I'm not going to force you to do that. But if you want, you can become a part of you can join the channel and you can be a part of the live members news streams. So that's what it is. It's too late for this sort of talk. He should have spoken earlier and built pressure. Now we should be with our forces. Yeah, absolutely. You are talking about Raj Thackeray, right? Yeah, absolutely. See, that's what I mean by timing, Rahul. I agree with you. Okay, another thing that is happening, friends, is that the Wire website is down. And last I checked, it was down. Let me just check again. Is it up again or is it? Yeah, it's still down. So Hathway it shows down. I checked Airtel, it shows down. A few other maybe ISPs are not obeying this and they still think it's up. So here is what Wire is saying. It is in the clear violation of constitutional guarantee of freedom of press. The government of India has blocked access to the Wire. Internet service providers say Wire has been blocked as per the order. We protest the blatant censorship at a critical time for India when sane, truthful, fair and rational voices and sources of news and information are among the biggest assets in that country. My guess is they banned it because of that Satyapal Malik interview. That's my guess that, like the Karan Thapar interview which dropped with Satyapal Malik where he's saying that Prime Minister Modi is a coward, he doesn't do anything and asked a bunch of questions. I feel they must have blocked it because of that. Some are saying it's working still. But yeah, मेरे जियो पे चल रहा है. Wow. जियो पे चल रहा है. Okay. But one of the things that Siddharth Varadarajan said I thought was very interesting based on this. I want folks to reflect on the logic which the government is following on the flow of information. Wire opens with BSNL also, it seems. Wow. Okay, he says Indian news channels ran programming for hours last night reporting that Indian Navy has been deployed and had bombed and destroyed Karachi port. Okay. Look at this. So this is a report from Alt News. ABP Ananda shows Philadelphia plane crash scene as aftermath of INS Vikrant strike in Karachi. Yesterday, you must have seen all these random footage that people were showing. It was from look at this.
বড় খবরে আমরা রয়েছি পুরোপুরি অ্যাকশনে এখন ভারতের জল, স্থল এবং বায়ুসেনা করাচি বন্দরে বড়সড় হামলা চালানো হয়েছে। অন্তত 8 থেকে 12টি বিস্ফোরণের শব্দ শোনা গিয়েছে। আইএনএস বিক্রান্ত করাচি বন্দরে হামলা চালিয়েছে, এইটা সূত্র মারফত খবর পাওয়া যাচ্ছে। এইটা
So I understand Bangla also, and he's saying that INS Vikrant has attacked the Karachi port, etc. Like craziness.
থেকে পাকিস্তানের 16টি শহরে আঘাত আনা হয়েছে। শুধু করাচি বন্দর বা করাচি শহর নয়, পাকিস্তানের রাজধানী ইসলামাবাদ নয় এবং এর বাইরে লাহোর
the thing is,
সব মিলিয়ে 16টা পাকিস্তান।
if you apply simple logic to this news, it won't stand because Karachi port is a big port and there would be ships from other countries that would be docked there. I'm pretty sure it would be cargo ships, other ships which will be docked there, including Chinese ships. If we had to, our INS Vikrant, which is a behemoth ship which like fires like giant weapons, missiles, BrahMos, whatever. If you target that port, we would cause an international incident. I doubt if our armed forces are stupid enough to do that. So I don't think why news channels like baithe when I saw this, I was like, that's not possible, right? You can't just attack a port like that. There would be like so much. What are you talking about? It would be cause an international diplomatic incident for no reason. Yeah, कोई logic लगाता ही नहीं है, बकवास करे जा रहे हैं, right? And they showed फिलाडेल्फिया का प्लेन क्रैश का फुटेज टू शो दैट पोर्ट पे हमला हो गया. कुछ भी बकवास चल रहा है बेसिकली. कुछ भी बकवास चल रहा है. एबीपी आनंदो पाकिस्तान का हाल देखो. सी दिस इज व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग. And this is Creately, by the way, again another Indian handle which is doing this. This is from 2025. Look at this. Kuch bhi. Anyway, back to Siddharth Vardarajan. Indian news channels ran stories that Indian army had entered Pakistan. Yes, that was another thing. They showed footage from this video game called Arma. Of tanks going idhar udhar, showing that, oh yeah, Indian army is now entering Pakistan or whatever. No, none of that has happened, by the way. We'll talk about the escalation later. I'll tell you more. Indian news channels ran stories that India has captured Islamabad. Again, wild. There was this one tweet I saw when someone had tweeted that, and niche there was this guy who was like, भाई मैं इस्लामाबाद में मेरे रूम में बैठा हूँ, कुछ भी बकवास मत पेलो. It can be literally, their claims are like they can be fact checked by a child. They don't know that there are people in Islamabad who might also be on Twitter who can just immediately say that, dude, I'm sitting here. Did not happen. Like literally juvenile level fake news they are spreading also. Indian channels ran stories about suicide terror strikes in Rajouri. Oh yeah, this one army had to come in and fact check it and say that nahi bhai aise kuch hua nahi hai. There has been no suicide attack in Rajouri. Please stop. Army has to come and fact check these idiots because they have nothing better to do at this time of conflict apparently. All of this reporting by major news channels was not just fake news but also inflammatory and provocative and clearly intended to ensure the very escalation from the Pakistan side that the Indian government is cautioned against from the outside. Indian government and Indian army constantly keeps saying this is a non-escalatory thing, please don't escalate, and are idiots on social media who are warriors apparently now, social media warriors, they are the ones who are just करो पैनिक सब लोग पैनिक करो. Earlier channels described an Indian Muslim victim of Pakistan shelling in Poonch as Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist. Exactly. There was a shelling that happened on day 1 and one Muslim cleric died, and immediately Indian channels were like, arey, terrorist dead within India by Pakistan shelling apparently. The guy who died, unfortunately, he is a social worker also. Like there was a report I saw. Guy is a normal cleric. Who Anyway, instead of firmly clearing the air with respect to this kind of dangerous reporting, the government issued instructions to internet service providers across India to block the wire. One of the largest Indian news provider, blocking or is unconstitutional. Basically, is right. I mean, like right now, our news channels are going wild. They're saying whatever they want. They're also showing troop movements, by the way, in some places. And yeah, block किसको कर रहे हैं? इनको. Because chance pe dance. What is this? Really happy that the wire is not accessible now. Too good, Modi ji. Okay, KG, thank you. Have a friend here in the US who is from Karachi. He says Karachi is untouched. I'm very positive INA is very strategic and doesn't make mistakes. Exactly. Shivat said, again, it can be fact checked by a baby. Literally. I mean, मतलब एक तो तुमको अगर इंफॉर्मेशन वॉरफेयर करना है तो डोंट बी सो स्टूपिड, नो. लाइक ठीक है, तुमको करने का है इंफॉर्मेशन वॉरफेयर. यू वांट टू फील लाइक यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ द वॉर एफर्ट और यू वांट टू फील गुड अबाउट योरसेल्फ फ्रॉम योर बेसमेंट. डू इट. Be smart about it. Don't be a freaking idiot. Is that too much to expect? Can't. Wire is still available. I know. Mr. Meghna, I sent you an email regarding internship opportunity. Can you kindly respond? If it's a no, I'm really interested in professional writing work. Shaurya, I have responded to a bunch of people. I am in the process of doing some interviews, friend. So I am doing that right now. Of course, this has happened, so I have to put a pause on that right now. So I will get back to it. Don't worry. I have a bunch of emails to get through and interviews to schedule. I'll get to you soon. डू यू थिंक इंडिया नीड्स टू भाई मुझे एक बात बताओ, आप आर्मी का हर बात फैक्ट मान के आंख बंद करके मान जाओगे क्या? आर्मी ने बोल दिया धरती फ्लैट है, मान जाओगे? आर्मी ने पॉलिसी पे क्रिटिकल न्यूज़ बना लिया तो देशद्रोही? अगेन, नेटवर्क इंजीनियर, इजी फॉर यू टू से, you don't have your face online, and your name, face, everything, right? Again, as I said, time and place. I keep saying time and place. Read the room. Read the room is a good saying that you should apply to this situation. So read the room. My super chat you missed. Okay, let me look at the super chats, then we'll go to the escalation ladder. Oh, actually, first let's do the fact checking bit, then we'll go to the escalation ladder. Sanity, facts, and no warmongering, what I'm here for. Thank you so much, Shweta. Thank you for the 18 months. Keshav is saying also the UN shared a blanket statement about the conflict. If everyone is so concerned, including the UN, why there is no mediation from the UN? The body was built to handle things like this. Keshav, do you realistically think the United Nations matters anymore? Like after the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the Israel-Palestine thing, do you think the United Nations can do jack shit? I don't think so. You might get offended or UN ko aise kaise bol diya. No. United Nations is just there now. It just exists to give statements basically. It's pointless. I don't think it is it is doing anything to stop conflicts or whatever. It might have been formed to do that. Nobody takes it seriously anymore. It's useless. Yeah. That's, I think, the way at least I look at it right now. So, kuch bhi bolenge wo, I don't pay much attention to them. And also, like, statement bhi denge to it's a nothing burger statements only they give, which is like generally aise de diya statement type. So, no. Okay. Chat, do you want to go to the news source bit first or the escalation ladder? If you want credible news source, please write credible news source. If you want escalation ladder, please write escalation ladder. Bread tubers like Hassan Wash have taken pro-Pakistan position. Global left is going anti-India. We are losing the narrative war. Okay, here's the thing, friends. Hassan and Wash, I've been watching them. They have taken a pro-Pakistan stance. I saw Sam Cedar also like taking a pro-Pakistan stance in general. But you have to realize that from their angle, from their perspective, it will be like smaller nation versus bigger nation sort of a thing. They will basically be like, oh my god, they are the oppressed right now, which is a bit of a lie. It is not comparable to Israel, Palestine or anything of that sort. I've kept mentioned that multiple times. So yeah, so I get it. I mean, from their perspective, again, they're giving like a very, how do I put it? Western perspective. Ladder news source ज़्यादा दिख रहा है, news source ज़्यादा दिख रहा है. News source, credible news source. Okay, so let's do news source first. That won't take long. So, friends, our Giga Nerd Aitas, I don't know if Aitas is here right now. Aitas has created a very helpful thing for us. I'm going to share it here as well. He has created manual source vetting checklist. Okay. The thought here is that a lot of people have been asking ki how do you judge a news source? So there are some questions that you need to answer before you... Oh, मेरा ये ऊपर जा रहा है, रुक जाओ, ये pin करने दो. Yeah, I pinned it. You can check it out. So this is basically the checklist, right? I'll take you through it. I've given the link upper. You can check it out. You can use it. So whenever you see a news source, just try and run through this and you will understand whether you can trust the source or not. right? It is a very useful thing to do. So keep this checklist handy. Just save this link somewhere so that you can basically look at something that is coming in and you can check and you can ask these questions and test it, right? First is who has published this. Now, here's the thing. There is a lot of subjectivity that might come in here. You might trust a source. I might trust another source, etc. But who has published this is important. Just look up the publisher, look up who has done it, etc. But is it a known and reputable outlet? Is it like a well-known outlet? Is it an international outlet or even an Indian outlet which is well-known? Does the author who has written this have an expertise? Usually you will find reports with either author names written on it or some reports which don't. There will have like news service written on it, etc. So in that case, you can't judge. But if you have an author name, please check if they have expertise, if they're an actual journalist on the ground who has been reporting, etc. Just check that. Is there a clear about us or contact page? This is important. One way to find out if it's a reputable outlet is to go at the very bottom of the page, check the about us and contact page and see if it is real. You can tell immediately whether it's an authentic source based on that, right? Does the URL look legitimate? Again, that is another way to look at it. That is again up to your judgment, right? Then evidence. Are claims backed by verifiable facts, data and direct quotes from named credible sources? There would be sources. For example, I'll give you one source, right? A lot of people in the last stream were asking me about the plane thing, right? Chat, some of you must be here, right? Whether there have been planes that have been downed, right? 5 planes, Pakistan claims 5 Indian planes have been downed. And हमारे भी लोग claim कर रहे हैं कि उनके भी plane गिरा दिए, whatever it is. One report I found, I think in Reuters, which said that French intelligence sources said that one plane has been down, one Rafale has been down. Now that is the only thing that I saw, but then again, they're French intelligence sources, right? They have not given a name. It's just a source, right? Do you want to believe that or do you not want to believe that? So what I did was I texted a bunch of people who are in the area, who are actually there, and I asked them, are there actual reports, authentic reports of a plane being downed, etc. So I heard that there were a bunch of people who said that there was plane debris found, but it is yet to be confirmed which plane that country, sorry, what country that plane belonged to. Because immediately forces came in and they were like cordoned off the area. So we don't know yet. So we don't know. So what we should do is wait for Indian sources to confirm, like authentic sources to confirm. Until then, don't believe it. Just don't believe it. That's it, right? So I asked people, even they were unconfirmed, and these are legit journalists who haven't really said anything yet because even they are waiting for confirmation. So right now, the way to look at it is that there is no verifiable source, direct quote, which you can attribute to, which says that planes have been downed. Okay, so trust that. Or is it mostly an opinion? Now, you should be able to distinguish opinion from fact. That is up to you. I'm not going to tell you which is opinion and fact. So I hope you know the difference. Accuracy. Can you find the same information reported in multiple independent reputable sources? This is a good way to do it. So essentially, if you read like a news item, just copy like one line which describes the news item, paste it in Google, see if other sources have reported the same thing, reputable sources, apply the same source logic to it, and then see if it is verifiable, right? Are there obvious errors? Now, spelling mistakes, grammar are very obvious giveaways for authentic news source. For example, WhatsApp forwards. The reason why they will be inaccurate is because there will be these obvious errors, very obvious errors, right? Logical errors, grammar errors, language errors. It must be like written by a 10-year-old or a WhatsApp uncle, random bold karke rakha hoga. So yeah. Does the date of information make sense for the topic? Again, important. Kab post kiya tha? Look at the time. Look at the time. Also, reverse image search also helps a lot in this case. If they have used a photograph, put it in Google, see if there are any images other than that. That is how Alt News does a lot of fact checking. It's not very complicated. Just pick up that image, save it on your phone, upload it on Google Images, search it, you will see whether it's true or not. Okay. Then language and tone. Is the language neutral and objective? Now here is something that you have to learn. I cannot really tell you how, but like honestly, neutral and objective means that it is not getting an emotional rise out of you. Do you understand? When you are reading it, it shouldn't like make you like unreasonably angry. That will tell you whether it's neutral and objective. And if it's doing that, then count it as an opinion, right? Is it emotionally charged, sensationalized, overly biased, or is using loaded inflammatory terms? Inflammatory terms are important if the language that is being used, they have carefully done it, like, you know, they're using quotes whenever they are saying things, or like using terms, etc. Then it is a good marker that they are not trying to inflame you. Okay. Does the headline accurately reflect the content? Okay, this is one of the biggest giveaway. Usually it might be clickbait, and niche agar if you open the actual article and you read it, it is a nothing burger. It's basically mismatching. So the point is that they wanted you to click on it, so then it will have no information in it, so it's bullshit. So the whole intention of doing that was to make you click on it. Why was this content created? Again, this involves a lot of critical thinking. Again, you need a lot of background to understand this, but it's good to ask this question, which is, why was this created? Is the person who is reporting on this trying to tell you the event as it happened, or is there some other motivation that you can spot? Is it to inform, persuade, entertain, sell something, or potentially to spread propaganda or specific agenda, right? Are biases political, financial, apparent? That it might be apparent, might not be apparent, completely on your judgment. Is this information current and relevant to today's context? Again, goes with the date. Or is it an old story being presented as new and out of context? Again, goes with the date, right? So these are the 6 sort of broad categories that you can use. You know, even if you get like 80% of this right, you can trust it. But 100% is fine. But like, I mean, I don't think you will get 100% most of the time. Just be very careful about this part, source and evidence. That is what. Then Nietzsche, you will see we are collecting some reputable, trusted information sources which you can follow to get updates on this whole conflict happening. First is, I think, important, Indian government sources are all here. Indian news organizations, again, we have arranged it according to, I mean, it's just like things that we follow regularly and sources that we use. International organizations are here, and also fact checkers. Alt News Maktub has been banned also, and Ravish has been doing a decent job of fact checking also, so we added him there. Now these are the things that you can use. Trust these sources, and you know, we will keep adding to this list. So please do consider. Again, I'm not saying that you have to trust all of them. You can use your own judgment. You can use your own brains to understand what is going on and use the checklist and recheck it. Okay, chat? So I hope that was clear. All those who find this helpful, please say hi. Check dashboard, please. Important. Okay. What is happening? IMF fund meeting, PTI tweet. Okay. Lots of highs. Okay. I'm glad you found this helpful. Good chat. ये क्या है? International Monetary Fund today reviewed the extended fund facility lending program and is also considered a fresh resilience and sustainability facility lending program for Pakistan. As an active and responsible member country, India raised concerns about the efficacy of IMF's program given its poor track record, possibility of misuse of debt, and financing funds for state-sponsored cross-border terrorism. So we have raised it, but उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Debt financing. Pakistan has been a prolonged borrower from the IMF with very poor track record of implementation of adherence to IMF program conditions in 35 years since 1989. Pakistan has had disbursements from the IMF in 28 years. In the last 5 years since 2019, there have been 4 IMF programs. So Pakistan would not have approached the fund for yet another bailout program. India pointed out that such a track record calls into question either the effectiveness of the IMF program designs in case of Pakistan or their monitoring and implementation. Pakistan military's deeply entrenched interference in economic affairs poses significant risk of policy slippage. India flagged the Pakistan chapter of IMF for an evaluation of prolonged use of IMF resources. Too big to fail debtor for Pakistan. Debt burden is very high. India pointed out that rewarding continued sponsorship for cross-border terrorism sends a dangerous message. IMF took note of India's statements and its abstention from the vote. Okay. But uska kya hua aage? Are they giving the money or not? Okay, that's just basically us stating facts of what our stand is. Okay, need to look at this more, but good update, good update. Yeah, they want a bailout. Yeah, they want a bailout. They don't have any money. They want a bailout from the IMF. That's what we are trying to block. If we are successfully able to block that diplomatically, khatam. The list isn't exhaustive. Use your judgment to make your own list. Just know that YouTube commentators are secondary sources. Primary sources are always more reliable. Actually, yeah, Ayanva. Listen to what Ayanva is saying. Absolutely. Is there a good ground reporting going on newspaper or TV news or Indian news? ये है ना क्या बात है खुद हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं. I can only say about myself. I try. I'm try. Again, use your own judgment. That's all I can say. That's why the checklist is there. You can apply that checklist to me also. And what I'm saying, again, I'm a secondary source. As I'm saying, I'm gathering information from as much primary sources I can, applying my own logic and judgment on it, like that checklist, and then giving it to you. So, I try. Other than that, completely your judgment. Use your own brains. I'm a secondary source. Absolutely, I'm a secondary source. Okay, let's look at... oh yeah, there is this very cool video we found, guys, which I think is worth
This is
looking at.
Operation Sindoor.
Wait. Sorry, ये चल रहा है क्या? I don't know if this will copyright strike me though.
This is Operation Sindoor, where India strikes 9 sites in Pakistan in response to what it claims was a Pakistan-sponsored massacre in Pahalgam that killed 26 tourists.
It's a very well
to avenge
done
this
video,
incident, India
which
reportedly
shows
used
you,
a mix of advanced
which shows you how the whole Sindoor operation happened. I think the animation was excellent and it gives you an idea of the scale of this.
weaponry, including the French-made Scalp missile, also known as Storm Shadow, and the Hammer, a precision-guided freefall bomb. But here's the twist. Pakistan claims it shot down 5 Indian jets, with more details all in the video ahead. We'll now look at the detailed timeline of how the operation unfolded, beginning with the launch of India's fighter jets, including the French-made Rafale. At around 1:28 in the morning, India initiated precision missile strikes on 9 high-value targets located in Pakistan or Pakistan-occupied Kashmir.
I'm so sad that none of our channels do this. I'm just going to share this. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. You can watch it. I just wanted to point out that this is a very, very nicely done video. And I'm afraid that they will copyright strike me. So I'm not going to show you the whole thing.
120 kilometers from the Indo-Pak border, the Scalp missiles were launched toward pre-programmed coordinates inside Pakistan's interior, reportedly targeting infrastructure tied to cross-border terror logistics. Given the Scalp range of over 500 kilometers, the French Rafale did not need to enter Pakistani airspace, and the missile likely traveled at low altitudes, using terrain-hugging guidance to evade enemy radar before striking with high accuracy. Simultaneously, a secondary wave of Rafale aircraft armed with Hammer, highly agile modular munition extended range, bombs was deployed for tactical strikes on forward positions near the line of control. These jets, possibly taking off from Ambala as well or forward operating strips in Jammu, launched at Hammer bombs from a standoff range of approximately 50 to 70 kilometers, targeting bunkers and movement corridors near areas like Kotli and Bimber.
So yeah, so you can watch this. It is AI Telly how India-Pakistan airstrikes happened. You can watch this yourself. A very, very nicely done video. Makes it very clear what is going on. And then I have a friend in the US. Okay, this is done. Modi and RSS did Belgaum doing. Okay, Arjun, no, not going to entertain this opinion. Rahul should also keep an eye on Pak media, what they're reporting, just to be aware of narrative and ground reports. That will also be good to know. Yeah, that's a very decent. Again, I'm not sure which reports to trust, honestly. Again, you can tell me, guys, if there are any reputable news sources from Pakistan that we can follow. Also, by the way, like, we cannot look at a lot of them right now because they have been blocked in India. That is another thing. So I am not going to show any of them to you for sure, because then that might be considered an anti-national activity, which I don't want to do. But you can tell me if there are any that we can look at. KG, thank you for the support. Mayuresh, thank you for the support. Hey Meg, it's first post Palki Sharma, reliable news. Vikram, one of the things is Palki Sharma, I have seen some of her reporting on this. She's doing a decent job, at least better than other crazy news channels. She's doing a decentest job. She has a pro BJP stance a little bit, but Beyond News, whatever I have seen, has been doing decent coverage. They've been doing decentish coverage, but then apply your own brain and logic to see whether they are there is any bias there that you spot, etc. With Palki, you can see some of it, but still she's doing a better job than other Godi media anchors for sure, right? First Post also similar. And that's why I haven't put it in the credible news source thing yet, because I mean, use your own brains, use your own sort of way to look at it and see if there is any bias. Keshav, thank you. Is there any good ground reporting going on newspaper, YT News, YT? I already answered this. Ayan is saying, check out PJP3 flights history on flight radar in there. PJP3. Okay, later. You should reach out to Loner Box. He's a well-educated leftist streamer and a fellow nerd. You could be great voices for the left. Loner Box. I don't know who Loner Box is. I'll check. I do not trust Palki Sharma. Up to you. Again, whether it's trusted or not, but decent coverage now. Decent. Like, she has her moments. I mean, I can see where she's coming from sometimes. Thank you for the amazing work you've been doing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, friends, let's get to the meat of the stream. Are you ready for the meat of the stream? Do you want to talk about the escalation ladder? Thoda sa theoretical hoga, friends, but trust me, it will help you look at this conflict a little bit better. And our nerd friend Atharva has worked hard on this one also. And he has basically collected some information for us which we need to know. So if you are Reggie, please say hi. Reggie for the escalation ladder. Lalantop was watching Aaj Tak yesterday. Tinfoil like mainstream warmongering is too planned. One of the things, bizarre opinion that I have seen, friends, which I have to talk about this, is that of course, there are like nutty right-wing people like Abhijit Iyer Mitra who have been saying that, oh, thank you all the people who are spreading misinformation. Amazing, amazing. You're warriors. You are on the war front of information warfare, whatever. I have mentioned that in the update also. You can see what he said. Another thing which then followed from there was that thank you. The people are thanking news channels for spreading misinformation and causing panic, saying that, oh, you think our news channels are actually reporting news? No, they shouldn't. They should actually be spreading misinformation and panic because this is psychological warfare. They are running एयर रेड साइरन्स व्हेन दे शो टिकर्स. किस पे साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर कर रहे हैं लोग? अपने खुद के सिटीजन्स पे? सीरियसली, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ मोरॉनिक पीपल आर दीज? सीरियसली. और क्यों? जरूरत क्या है? क्या जरूरत है? एंड ऑल्सो इफ यू हैड टू डू साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर, इतना बददिमाग साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर करने की क्या जरूरत है? कुछ भी बके जा रहे हैं, कुछ भी पेले जा रहे हैं. Like literally, as I said, can be fact checked by a baby. Kind of random news reports. It's just bizarre. Like तुम लोगों को एक तो तुम्हारा quality psychological warfare करना ही है तो like make it believable at least. Like तुम्हारे screen पे literally ऐसे पे breaking news, plane coming, tank coming, बजा, और फिर न्यूज बता रहे हो. यू थिंक दैट इज फ्रिकिंग साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर? दैट इज चिल्ड्रन विल, ओ माय गॉड. क्वालिटी साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर करने का तरीका होता है. तुम लोग डमैसेस हो न्यूज वाले, एंड द पीपल हु थिंक दे आर डूइंग साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर आर बिगर डमैसेस. It's crazy how this is now being justified. It's just bizarre. I cannot. Basically, jobless chomus who you want to be, just want them to feel like, we are doing war. Screw you. जाओ ना border पे. Psychological torture. Yeah, that's the one we could. Okay. Yeah, so there were a lot of highs, I guess. Yes. Okay, we are going to go to the escalation ladder. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this is because, guys, we are in a conflict zone and I want to collect as much information as I can to understand the language of conflict, which is how do you talk about war, right? It is important because when you are talking about war, you need to understand certain things, right? If you are doing psychological warfare like a dumbass, then you can do whatever you want. But if you are not, if you want to be a responsible person who is talking about conflict, understand what is going on, right? And that will also help you understand the situation and help you figure out when to panic. I mean, that is the whole point, okay? So first thing, you need to understand who oversees India's defense. Let's start from the basics. We have a cabinet committee on security, which is the country's highest decision-making body. These are the members: Narendra Modi, Prime Minister, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit Shah, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. Then there is the NSA James Bond Ajit Doval. Then there is Cabinet Secretary T.V. Somanathan and Defense Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh, right? These people might also be invited. Usually they are always there. So these are the people who are calling the shots, right? Now, NSC, it is headed by the PM. It is an extra constitutional body created by the legislative. Its functional head is NSA. Again, it's basically Ajit Doval's domain here. Who is appointed by the Prime Minister. The NSC is responsible for advising the CCS on issues related to national security. So the way it works is that the NSC is advising the CCS and the CCS is taking the decisions when it's conflict time, war time, when it comes to defense things, right? Then of course there's the Ministry of Defense. Now, Ministry of Defense per se is more of an executive body more than anything else. It is headed by, of course, Rajnath Singh, Raksha Mantri. This is the lead ministry to deal with national security in the time of external aggressions. It has 4 departments and they are controlled by secretary level appointment, but overall controlled by the defense secretary, right? So defense secretary, as you see, Rajesh Kumar Singh is also here, right? So the way it goes is this advises this orders this, and then it goes to 4 departments, which is Army, Air Force, Navy, and others, which is Indian Coast Guard, Border Road Organization, etc., other bodies, right? These are our chief of armed forces right now. Know their names, important. This is Chief of Defense Staff, which is General Anil Chauhan. Then there is Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi. We have Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal AP Singh. We have Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi. These 4 gentlemen are the executives, right? So they will take orders from these committees and they would be the ones who would be executing. Of course, they would also have a say on operations and how they happen. So completely depends on these people, how much of a free hand these people get, right? Given the current conflict, given the way it is being handled, I feel like these people have been given a good free hand and they're doing a good job. So I thought it was worth mentioning them here right now. Okay. Okay. This is one thing you need to understand before we go to the escalation ladder. Oh, Orithro, look at him. 50 memberships. Oh, okay. थोड़ा सा wait करते हैं, थोड़ा सा celebrate करते हैं. Thank you so much, Orithro, for the 50 memberships. Guys, those of you who are randomly getting memberships right now, you will get access to live streams that I do for members only. These are new streams that I'm doing almost regularly now, which will give you access to the full stream. If you're not a member, then you basically get access to only a cut part of it, which I'm putting out as updates, right? So yes, so thank you, Orithro. You have just given 50 people access to members only streams. You can go watch the one that happened in the morning, the one that happened day before, and the one that happened before that also. In the morning, there was a giant section of introspection also in there about this, which is how to talk about war, how to think about this, my personal feelings about this, emotions coming out, all the things. So yeah, please, thank you, Orithro, and please do support this channel. If you don't get a membership, get a membership. Yeah, okay, done. Celebration done. Thank you. Okay, so ये क्या है रे शुभम? 50 more annoying people in the live stream बोल रहा है. तू तो खुद member है नहीं, तू तो है नहीं वो live stream में. बाकियों जल रहा है वो. Shubham is jealous. That is what is happening. You jealous. Shubham might be his name. Shubham. The membership is random, guys. The claim thing doesn't work. Just saying, it's random. YouTube decides. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about the cold start doctrine. Now, technically, we don't have a defense policy, right? We have a cold start doctrine. What that means is that the Indian Armed Forces envisages swift deployment of troops on the western border within days if situation is a full-blown war arises. When I talk about the escalation ladder, this is important for you to know, right? This doctrine aims to allow Indian forces to conduct sustained attacks while preventing a nuclear retaliation from Pakistan. The operation would be carried out by unified battle group involving various branches of Indian military, namely these. It was after the conclusion of Operation Parakram in the year 2002, a military standoff between India and Pakistan, that cold start doctrine began to find place in military setup. 2002 standoff, which was a result of attack on parliament by Pakistan. Indian army took almost 2 months to be able to mobilize and deploy the troops on Pakistan border. See, again, this is what had actually happened when the parliament attack happened. It took us 2 months to deploy the army on the border. Now this cold start doctrine has been designed, which basically was designed by some defense strategist who thought about it hard, about how to get our army faster on the border. Now defense strategists began talking about new doctrine of Indian army that would be enabled to deploy full strength invasion force within few days notice. The good thing is cold start doctrine sought to prepare the army in such a manner that offensive operations could be undertaken in 48 hours. So we brought it down from 2 months to 48 hours, right? Cold start doctrine, remember this because this is a part of the escalation ladder, right? Enabling Indian troops to take Pakistani counterattacks by surprise. Now, there is also a nuclear doctrine which you need to understand. Okay, Orithro has given 50 more memberships. Thoda sa aur. Why are you distracting me like this, Orithro? This is nice, very nice of you, but thank you. Thank you. What is this? मेघनाथ भाई एक बात बताओ, अगर मीडिया में प्रोपेगेंडा चला और वो इंडियंस का मोरल हाई कर रहा है तो इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? फैक्ट चेक करके क्या हो जाएगा? मतलब इस समय तो गवर्नमेंट को ब्लाइंड सपोर्ट दो. KG basically is in support of psychological warfare. Well done, friend. Again, up to you. You go watch TV news. Why are you here? It's okay. You can go, friend. You can go and you can watch TV news. You can do you can psychological warfare yourself essentially. मैं कोई fact check नहीं कर रहा हूँ उनको. मैं बस बता रहा हूँ कि बकवास कर रहे हैं वो लोग. That's what I said. Anyway, going back to this. Okay, India's nuclear doctrine. Building and maintaining credible minimal deterrent. Nuclear devices are to be used as a deterrent. What that means is that we have weapons. They have weapons, we have weapons. Basically saying that don't बहुत ज़्यादा मस्ती मत करो because we have nuclear weapons. That is how deterrents work. We have them, we don't want to use them. But देख लेना, we have weapons, so we stockpile. They stockpile, we stockpile. We build more weapons, they build more weapons. We have more nuclear weapons. So now both nuclear weapons are pointing at each other. It is deterrent, so that the conflict doesn't escalate too much. That is how it is supposed to work. A posture of no first use. Nuclear weapons will only be used in retaliation against a nuclear attack on Indian territory or Indian forces anywhere. Now, there is a bit of a nuance to this. Again, when I talk about the escalation ladder, I'll come to that. But what India says is that we have a no first use policy. Matlab, unless they attack with nuclear weapons, we won't attack. So, we won't use nuclear attacks first unless they do it. That is basically what it means. Nuclear retaliation to a first strike will be massive and designed to inflict unacceptable damage. Nuclear retaliatory attacks can only be authorized by the civilian political leadership through Nuclear Command Authority. Again, the Prime Minister basically and the committee. Non-use of nuclear weapons against non-nuclear weapon states. So if you don't have nuclear weapons, we won't use nuclear weapons against you. However, in event of major attack against India or Indian forces anywhere by biological or chemical weapons, India will retain the option of retaliating with nuclear weapons. So essentially, it says first use, but is it really? A continuance of strict controls on export of nuclear and military related materials and technologies, participation in fissile material cutoff treaty negotiations, and continued observation of moratorium on nuclear tests. Now, these are technical details which primarily have been imposed by the US from the little bit that I know. I need to go a little bit deeper into this. I mentioned this. I don't know much about this, but whatever little I've read is that essentially our nuclear arsenal building capacity is strictly controlled by bigger nations with more nuclear weapons. That is the simple way to put it. First, continued commitment to goal of nuclear weapon-free world through global, verifiable and non-discriminatory nuclear disarmament. So basically, nuclear disarmament is a policy that was implemented which practically nobody follows. Practically, people are still building nuclear weapons. Idea is that nobody should have nuclear weapons. But clearly, deterrent and nuclear weapons, like Pakistan अगर बना रहा है तो हमारे ज़्यादा होने चाहिए. हम बना रहे हैं तो वो भी बोलेंगे ज़्यादा होने चाहिए. So it goes on and on. Okay, not going into this. Okay, now let's talk about the escalation ladder. There is this white dude in the Cold War called Herman Khan who had designed this escalation ladder. किधर गया वो Herman Khan? ये दिखाना था. Now, I'm going to tell you that we are on level 5 of the Harman Khan ladder right now. I will explain it. I'm not going to read all of this, but let me explain it to you in a different way. This is Harman Khan, and his escalation ladder was designed during Cold War, and it has 44 points. What it means is how the whole thing starts. It starts with a tiny ostensible crisis and goes all the way to insensate war. Okay. Right now we are somewhere here. Level 5. It goes all the way to 44. According to Harman Khan. Okay. Now there is a different way of looking at our sort of So what I did was I was looking for some graphical way to show this, and I found this. I think it's a good way to look at it. Let me just show you. Now, this was put out by India today when the Pulwama car bombing happened, right? This is why all-out war is not an option. Despite provocation of February 14th attack, Pulwama is unlikely to see dramatic escalation. Now, we can kind of apply this to our current scenario also. This is the way you think about it. Okay. I haven't found one which is current, but if there is any friend, sorry, is there any graphic designer in graphic designer? Say hello. Graphic designer, are you here? Please say hi. If you can basically map out the current conflict on an escalation ladder, please let me know because it will be really helpful. I feel like it would be a good thing to sort of do, which is create an escalation ladder for the current conflict. Again, we will run it through some defense experts, etc. also. We won't just do it essay. But if you are a graphic designer, please do attempt it. Please do email us on megnerd@gmail.com. And this is basically the escalation ladder. Okay. Now, this is where we are at. So imagine this is basically the Pahalgam incident which happened recently, right? Iske aage, number 1 is pre-crisis maneuvering gestures and diplomacy. We have already done that. We have done diplomacy. We have at least made moves. IWT, the Indian Water Treaty, Indus Waters Treaty, the thing about IMF, the thing about diplomatically talking to people, all those things were level 1. Pre-crisis maneuvering gestures, they also did it. Now, from both sides, this is India's and this is Pakistan's, okay? The way this works is we do one, they do second. Then we do one, they do second, or they do this and we do this. So it's like an equivalent escalation, right? Now, military signaling, tests and exercises. You must have seen reports that they have actually done some tests from what I read. Yahan pe, ostensible crisis, direct response, reciprocated with flights, shelter, 4th stage, escalation radar. Wait, tests wala kahan gaya tha na? There was one about test. Yeah. Show of force. Indian warships have surged into the Arabian Sea. Live fire exercises, broadcasting pointed. There were some tests. I read somewhere that there was this one test that they did. Maybe I read it wrong. But anyway, going back. Military signaling, basically exercises, tests, etc. Then there is selective areas of military mobilization that happens after that, the third one. This is no hot warfare threshold, okay? Then it goes to strike level. So we have crossed this like few days ago, which is on the 7th, when the whole precision strike happened. This is level 4, subconventional covert retaliation. That is what we did, right? Then they did a retaliation of their own on the 7th and 8th. That is what happened. And now there is an offensive campaign that is happening from both sides. So we are at level 5, subconventional offensive campaign in the heart of India. So basically they have tried to attack multiple cities across the western border. We have done drone attacks on them. So now we are at level 5. Okay. Then goes to level 6. Now between level 5 and level 6, is very little difference. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name is saying Poonch. Yes, Poonch was level 5. Okay, whatever is happening is level 5. This can happen very quickly. This escalation can now start happening extremely quickly after this. We don't know. It will just happen suddenly, right? So, subconventional covert offensive campaign in the heart of Pakistan and initiate ground and air force mobilization. Now, this is where mobilization starts, ground force mobilization, where our Indian news channels yesterday had gone already to level 8, level 7 and level 8. They had gone to basically this level. We are still at level 5 right now. They had skipped one level and gone there. Basically, they were saying that, oh, tanks ja rahe hai. Oh, look, Air Force ka mobilization ho raha hai. Oh, look, Navy is attacking the port. All the things. That is like next level escalation, which has not happened yet. Please understand, not happened yet. Okay. What happens after this is offensive campaign in the target area. Then mobilization happens. Then we give ultimatum for cold start. I told you about the cold start doctrine already here. Cold start doctrine, remember what I told you? This is where it begins. So, technically, if you look at this escalation ladder, or from my understanding and my reading of it till now, until we get to like level 7 or 8, it is not a war. Okay, cold start doctrine is pre-war, where we are basically deploying our troops very quickly on the border. That is where we should panic, honestly. And that is where situation starts getting scary. Not that it is not scary right now. Right now we are at level 5, but you have no idea what is coming after this. So please, when people are saying de-escalate, 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 what they mean is, if you are on level 5, please go down to level 4. Please go down to level 3. Please go down to level 2. यहाँ पे ये zone में रहो, please. Do not escalate further and go into the red zone, which goes towards war. Okay, because after that, cold start, complete mobilization, then full range of shallow cold start operations, which is 48 hours mein army reaches the border. They start like mobilizing. Mobilization of all services, that is level 12. Selective counter-military airstrikes. Then we go to nuclear alert. So from level 12, we go to nuclear alert, which is demonstrative use. First, we will demonstrate ki, oh, smaller targets, smaller nuclear weapons will be used somewhere. We can do this to cities. Then it can go to major war, conventional air campaign versus bases. So when our planes actually start going at their bases, that is conventional air campaign and war. Then nuclear weapon use response, tactical nukes on ground forces is how it will start. Then it will go to proportional retaliation with tactical nukes, then attack on nuclear forces, then attack on Pakistan's nuclear forces, and all out nuclear war and all out nuclear war. This is how it goes to shit. Okay, so right now, as I said, on the escalatory ladder, we are here. Either. But from here upwards, it can go rapid. Chat, are you with me so far? Please say hi. I need you to understand the seriousness of this situation. Please, not a video game. This is scary shit. Okay? Escalation ladder looks like this, and it can go to level 19 if we don't de-escalate in the early stages. That is why when people are saying de-escalate, 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 this is what they mean. Right? Do you understand? Please, snowball se bachna. Exactly. Thank you. Mirza gets it. Mirza says snowball se bachna hai. This is exactly what I mean. Now, how does this help you? Right? I'm saying this gives you a perspective of where it can go and how scary it can get and how quickly it can get scary. This is important for you to understand. This is what war looks like. And it can get scary. Please, it is very scary. It is not a video game. So our freaking news channels and warmongers who are doing psychological warfare don't know jack shit about this. The escalation ladder is very real. Our army are competent people, and honestly, whoever I've spoken to so far in the defense services in the last few days, they have mentioned escalation ladder. They are worried about escalation. They are worried. They are saying, really need to de-escalate or stop here. Really need to stop here. Because they are the ones going to the border, guys. They are the ones losing lives. They are the ones who are getting into this shit. They are the ones who are going to face the scary situations that we can only pontificate for. So while you can see all this random jingoism happening and people are saying, oh, I'm ready for nuclear war. Bullshit. Please be careful about these jingoist people and tell them de-escalate. Just say de-escalate. Please. Okay, chat? Yeah. That is the language of war. And I hope you understood that. I really hope that helped, honestly. Because when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, ये दिखाना ज़रूरी है. ये समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है हमको. And we should also be very careful about where we are on the escalation ladder, right? So the next step, if you see here, again, the next step of escalation you will see is covert offensive initiate mobilization. So the next step is mobilization. So the one thing you need to look out for is credible sources which are pointing towards mobilization. What mobilization means is that there are weapons being moved closer and closer to the line of control from both sides. Now, yahan pe you need to do the sourcing. Yahan pe you need to understand it is not some wild thing that is happening. We need to keep our watch on where it is going, what is going to happen. Okay? We will be keeping a watch. But yeah, escalation ladder. Oh. Vishy, thank you so much for the support, friend. Wow, okay, that's a decent amount of contribution. Thank you so much, much appreciated. Told my friend, at least think about your portfolio if nothing else before warmongering. Yeah. I hope that was informative. I hope ignore those uneducated trash. Unfortunately, you can't because there are a lot of that. At what point in escalation ladder will India accomplish its goal? Honestly, right now, the way our army is saying, we have already accomplished our goal, which is the action that we took on the 9 terror sites. That was us accomplishing our goal. From that point forward, we are just reacting to what the Pakistan forces are doing. That is what our military stand is, because that was non-escalatory. That's what when they said those words, when army used it, we have taken non-escalatory action. That is what they meant. We want to stay at level 4. We have achieved what we wanted. Do not react. Do not escalate. But Pakistan is escalating. So then we are also escalating parallelly. And we will keep responding. So the ladder goes like this. And it can go crazy. Repeat cold start. Cold start I told you about. Guys, do you want me to share this document which our wonderful friend has prepared? I can share this with you. There is some other information that you can look at about nuclear doctrine. There is Manohar Parikar's opinion on this. Rajnath Singh, 25 years. What I'll do is, let me just add this escalation ladder to this document also, so I'll share it. बोल दूँ? दे दूँ? दे दूँ? दे दूँ? दे देते हैं. Give me a second. Atharva, can you give me a link? Acha, I will wait. I can't share it right now because Atharva is owner. No. Wait. I can. Just a second. Let me just change the settings a bit. Otherwise, तुम लोग edit करना शुरू कर दोगे chomo types. Okay. Here is the document. Defense document. Okay, so you can take a look at this. You can use this. I will post the Atharva. Can you post this escalation ladder, please? I will send it to you on WhatsApp also later. So you can post that thing I showed you will be posted there so that you can use it. You can take a look at it as well. So दे दिया मैंने document. Okay. Do you have some more insight over no first use policy of India and should it be rethought? I have no real opinion about it. I mean, I have not really looked at it before this, honestly, so I have not formed a well thought opinion about it. But there are other opinions that people have given. You can read Manohar Parrikar, etc. No first use. I think it's a decent policy because honestly, nuclear weapons shouldn't be used, I guess. I mean, not I guess. They should definitely not be used. So, yeah. Pakistan defense chief said Pakistan won't de-escalate. Scared about this. I do not want this. Any hope? Oh my god. Ye kab hua? Dragoons, is there like a legit source that you can share? What? This is getting scarier. Oh god. कब बोला ये? अभी बोला क्या या बाद में बोला? Okay, there is this video that has just come in of Khwaja Asif. This guy is a cartoon, by the way. Their defense minister. I don't think he matters. He has been saying some random bullshit on TV also. Please understand, this guy doesn't matter. I honestly don't think he matters. वो just बकवास कर रहा है अभी, but still.
जहाँ तक मदारस के स्टूडेंट्स का ताल्लुक है, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि वो हमारी एक सेकंड डिफेंस लाइन है. वहाँ पे नौजवान जो पढ़ते हैं, अल्लाह के फजल से वो दीन के साथ भी जो है आरास्ता हैं, और उसके साथ जो है वो उनके जो वक्त ज़रूरत जो है, जिस तरह उन्होंने फरमाया कि उनको शहरी दिफा के लिए या दूसरी ज़रूरतों के लिए जो है ना बिल्कुल 100% इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है.
What? मद्रासा के स्टूडेंट्स आर सेकेंड लाइन ऑफ डिफेंस एंड उनको इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है? अगेन, गाय इज क्रेजी. कुछ भी बकवास करता है, ये बड़बड़ करता है आदमी. Like seriously, like I mean, in one interview I saw him going a little nuts where he said, where the reporter asked him कि he kept claiming that planes were down, and reporter asked, you're the defense minister, give me proof. And he's like, अरे social media पे है ना, look at social media, it's saying defense minister of Pakistan going to TV channels and saying कि look, my source is social media. Yeah, I was like, इस आदमी को seriously नहीं लेना है. Also, he went on TV news earlier and then he basically just admitted openly कि yeah, Pakistan has a policy of using terror against India and US has funded it, so please blame US. बकवास कर रहा है ये आदमी, कुछ भी कर रहा है, तो ठीक है, not taking him seriously. Oh, Gaurang, thank you so much for the support, friend. Thanks for these streams, really helpful, especially for someone far from family and worried shit. Special thanks to you and your team, all this extensive research. Maybe when the timing works out, would love to meet the whole team and learn from them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Special shout out to Atharva and Trish and Aitas who are helping me with this. Again, as I said, thank you so much. This money genuinely will go towards expanding my team now. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get more people to do this. There is also another project we are working on, friends, which I will tell you. We have a research nerds group who is working on an extensive deep dive on the Fules, the philosophy of Fules. So, वो एक video होगा. We are still working on it, and that involves reading a lot of books. So that right now there are like around 5 people who are reading different books on Jyotiba and Savitribai Phule. So yeah, and thank you so much. Genuinely, like, this contribution helps because I'm trying to expand my research team and my writing team as well, so that we can do more of this and better. And also I want to pay more people more. That's what. Any updates on Medusa? Spoke to Medusa recently. Oh, by the way, guys, Medusa also wanted to thank you for all the people who have contributed on her Buy Me a Coffee. She is very thankful. She is saying that her mental health is shit right now. Obviously, like it's horrifying. She's been told to stand down, and she will resurface maybe later. Finally, I have been able to get in touch with her, but she's not going through. I mean, she's obviously like going through a lot, and I'm trying to offer as much support as I can. But you guys have also offered so much support to her, so she wanted to thank you guys, and thank you for the Buy Me a Coffee contributions that you gave her. Just wanted to say that she sent a message. Al Jazeera saying Pakistan won't de-escalate. Yeah, so clearly this is going to become worse. I'm so sorry, guys. Didn't want to ruin this, but I think it's a good thing to understand how far this can go and how bad this can get. So, basic support, can we get members only live stream? Yes, you can. So members only live streams are available to everyone, even in basic support. The Giga members get like a special call from me every month. So you can join a call, you can give feedback and ideas and etc. if you're a Giga members. Mega members get shout outs at the end of the videos. So that is the perk tree right now. How can we work for you? Kraken Balls, right now I'm hiring a writer. So if you are interested in like writing, you can email me on megnerd@gmail.com. But again, I'm going through a lot right now. I got like some 16 applications already last stream ke baad. So I'm going through like interviews right now. But you can write to me and you can tell me whether you are familiar with my content, how familiar you are with my content, why you want to work with me, and what is it that you will bring to the table. So please do if you want to apply. But then again, I might or might not get to you because I'm still like going through the current batch. If I find someone quickly, then I might take them. So you will have to wait again. So that's what I'm saying. Explain the war situation currently. What's really happening? Icarus, I've already told you. I mean, that's what we've been doing forever. War ka TLDR then? Should I TLDR the war right now? What? Okay. Okay, TLDRing, trying. But in case you want to know in more detail, I have put out two videos. Update 1 and update 2. Update 1 was put out 2 days ago. That was right after the precision strike that we did. It's called Operation Sindoor. And the update 2 is the one I put out today, which tells you what happened after that. And in the beginning of the stream, I gave you some more updates on what is going on. But if you want to know TLDR, essentially there was a attack that happened in Pahalgam on 22nd of April. 14 days later, we did a precision strike on 9 terror infrastructure locations in Pakistan with missiles, essentially missile strikes. Now, then Pakistan, in their own way, turned around and sent like drones across the border and started shelling. And especially in Poonch district, which is in Kashmir, people have lost their lives on both sides, in India and Pakistan. It is horrifying. Drones were sent, some 200 drones were sent from the Pakistan side. Then we retaliated by sending more drones, and we have ended up destroying some of their radars and defense facilities. Now Pakistan is saying that they are going to escalate more. So we are trying to say that please de-escalate. They are saying no, we are going to escalate. So we don't know where this goes. It is scary. That's the TLDR. Is Balochistan reaching UN true? I have not read about this. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll probably ask my question in members only chat rather than here. Book lagi, so going. Okay, bye, Shreyas. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Okay. while we were doing this, can I give you 2 quick updates about the thing that we are not talking about, chat? There are 2 news items other than this, which you should know, which very conveniently was released because everybody is talking about the India-Pakistan situation. All those in favor, please say hi. If you want secret news. Secret news. Drone has hit residential area in Firozpur. Okay. Guys, all the updates that you are giving us right now on chat, we will have to check. So I won't just like tell you कि क्या हो रहा है, etc. ऐसे stream of consciousness नहीं करना है because this is extremely dangerous thing to do. So yeah. Okay. Secret news. Let's go to secret news. India Pakistan over. Let's go to secret news. Let me just open this. Just a second. Da, 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 da. Okay, chat. First, let's talk about Judge Sahab. If you would have followed my channel, you would know that I have been tracking this fellow, Justice Yashwant Verma. TLDR about what has been happening in this fellow's life till now. Okay, Yashwant Verma was out on Holi for holidays in Madhya Pradesh. Suddenly, his house catches fire, or like a back thing in his house, official residence in Delhi catches fire. Firemen arrive and put out the fire, and then they realize that there is like a shit ton of money that they find, burnt money, in his shed, in the official residence. Okay. Now, a series of events happened after that. There is an entire video on this channel. You should look at it. It's bizarre because the Delhi police tried to hide it for a bit. Then the courts tried to hide it for a bit. They couldn't because then people were like... A week later, people basically started getting into action and they were like, holy shit, ye kya ho raha hai? Ye aadmi kaun hai? Kya ho raha hai? The judiciary has been shadily trying to hide this in whatever way they can या फिर रफा दफा करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. But now it has advanced where our in-house committee has indicted Allahabad High Court judge who was previously posted at the Delhi High Court. So from Delhi High Court, they tried to transfer him to Allahabad High Court. Allahabad High Court protest started. Lawyers were like, we are not a trash bin, guys. Please don't send us like these people who have like cash in their backyard, allegedly. Okay, so now it has gone nuts. There's a committee that Allahabad High Court formed, and now they have indicted him and they found him guilty, right? Now, the procedure is, and this goes a little, it's a bit shady how the judiciary handles corrupt judges, okay? Sanjeev Khanna, who is the Chief Justice of India, received the report of the in-house committee, and then his first thing that he does and is supposed to do is he asked Justice Verma to resign or face impeachment. So if Justice Verma would have basically looked at the report and said, okay, I resign, it would have been over. That's what usually happens when judges are caught very rarely doing shady things very openly. But this guy refused to resign, and now we are going to see impeachment. Dun dun dun. Okay. Very rarely do we see a judge being impeached. I think there has been only two instances in the history of India where the impeachment proceedings have happened. In the first one, I believe the guy resigned even before the thing went to parliament. The second time, there were actually impeachment proceedings that happened in parliament. I think it was in 2013. And now it is going to happen again. So, the way impeachment works is that in-house procedure under which CJI is required to report the matter to President and Prime Minister for removal of judge who refuses to resign even after adverse findings of inquiry panel. This would mean that the ball is in the court of the government and the parliament, and they can initiate impeachment of the judge. So this will now go to Rajya Sabha in the next session, which will be around July, August, and we will see impeachment happening. So now there would be a judge standing there and our members of parliament will be questioning him on his conduct and what has happened, and he has to defend himself, and then the parliament will vote and impeach them. So that is what is happening. And weirdly enough, this was released right now. Right after the Operation Sindoor happened on the 7th. Our Chief Justice Khanna gave a report. All the things have been happening rapidly over the last 2 days. This is a news that you haven't been looking at. This is a judge who might be impeached. Okay, that is rare as hell. So this is actually the judiciary being embarrassed. You must have read another report of the judiciary, like basically Sanjeev Khanna making the assets and etc. of judges public. That was also a part of this because people were like, यार ये थोड़ा shady लग रहा है, कुछ तो करना चाहिए. So damage control चल रहा है अभी judiciary में. And during this time, when everybody is looking at Operation Sindoor, this is happening. One. This is news number 1. Okay. But the report is not public. No, report is not public. It has been submitted to the government now. During impeachment, I believe, I'm not sure, I'll have to check. But during impeachment, I believe the MPs will get a copy of the report as well. I think that is the procedure. I'll have to check once. If there is Val here, I don't know. Val, do you know if that happens? If the report can be made public? The investigation report? If he's a BJP guy, it will be very interesting. So Ranaditya, he has, again, as I said, please watch that video that I've done on this channel on Justice Verma. You will know. He was involved in that famous case where the Congress ka assets were frozen right before the elections. This fellow was like, मेरे को कुछ नहीं करने का. Simultaneously, there was another case going on against him for corruption, by the way, which was immediately dropped by the CBI. Simultaneously. Very shady things have been happening in his life. Okay. Very, very interesting case. Please look at it. Did the Wire YouTube channel get blocked? No, I think Wire का YouTube channel कभी block नहीं हुआ था. I think his website was getting blocked. YouTube channel तो था ही. It would be up to the CJI, but ordinarily it would not be made public as it could prejudice the impeachment. What I mean is, do the MPs get the report? Because I believe the MPs would get the report, right, before the impeachment. It might not be made public, but MPs would get it, right? Jatin, thank you for the support for Atharva and Trish. Yes, thank you. इन लोगों को बोनस देना पड़ेगा. Will the impeachment be streamed here? Oh, most definitely. Most definitely will be streamed here. Super Devil, of course. Exciting stuff. Very rare. I'm here for it. A02161, thank you so much for the super support. Yes, ordinarily it would be tabled for MPs to see. Exactly. But once it's tabled in the House, it becomes public, by the way. So that's another thing. Like, I mean, that's where I think, I'm not so sure, because I remember in 2012, 2013, when the impeachment was happening before this, the report was with the MPs as far as I know, like their investigation report. But I don't know if it was public. I'll have to check. Why do you reckon the Pakistani public, at least Twitter, is playing into their army's hand? I'll look at this. Okay, Indo-Pak baad mein. Second news item. Chat, are you ready for the second surprise news item? Please say hi. मैं open करता है तब तक. But I don't think they will live telecast it. No, it will happen in Rajya Sabha. It will be live telecasted. Can you look at Pawan Khera tweet and explain what he's trying to say? I'll come to that. I'll come to Pawan Khera as well, and like whatever other tweet you want me to check. Just second surprise news item which nobody's talking about. This is big. In a normal situation, if this had come out, it would have caused havoc. Okay? India reported 21 lakh additional deaths in 2021 compared with 2020. Two lockdown years reported 5,74,000 COVID deaths. Actually, the number of people who died during COVID was 21 lakh. 21 freaking lakh people died during COVID, and the underreporting was this much. 5.7 lakh is how much we said. 21 lakh people died. The only two states, as far as I know, at three states actually, who were reporting numbers properly was Kerala, Maharashtra, and West Bengal to a certain extent. Other than that, all states were underreporting like hell, especially Uttar Pradesh. Dude, this is. Can you imagine 15 lakh more people dying than what the government has told us? It's nuts. And this report has come out after how many years? 4 years. Basically, इतना गंदा ट्रॉमा दिया हमको. सब मतलब डिजीज ने तो दिया ही, बट मोदी जी ने थाली बजा के वगैरह वगैरह तो दिया एक्स्ट्रा ट्रॉमा. Then gaslit us also. 21 lakh people. Holy Mother of God. Jatin, thank you for the memberships. That's crazy. Thank you. But sorry, I was saying this is crazy, not Jatin is crazy. Thank you for the memberships. India recorded over 1 crore deaths in 2021, the second year of COVID lockdown, which was around 21 lakh deaths, more than 2020, according to two key reports on the registered births and deaths republished, isn't it? In the case of registered deaths, number of registered events have gone up from 81.2 lakhs in 2020 to 102 lakh in 2021. An increase of 26%. So 81 lakh deaths totally went up to 1.02 lakh in 2021, 26% increase. Vital statistics based on civil registration system for 2021. In 2019, 75.9 lakh deaths were reported. Again, think about it this way. 75, 81, 102 lakhs. Tracking facilities. COVID 17.3. Chart shows the cause-wise share registered in 2021 as per newly released government reports. Circulatory system diseases 29. Again, this was also like, do you remember during COVID how a lot of people were also hiding deaths by giving like some other reasons for their deaths rather than COVID? Might be that. Again. The other report of medical certification of cause of death compiled by RGI said that the deaths with COVID as the underlying cause of death increased from 160 in 2020 to 4.13 in 2021, which included 22 female. In 2021, out of 10 to कितना ये? अरे यार ये तुम लोग same इसमें 1.02 crore. As many as 23 lakh were medically certified deaths, which was 5.8 lakh. Okay. Among 32 states, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, contributed significantly to the increased number of deaths registered from 2020 to 2021. Number of registered births decreased by about 0.1%. Yeah. COVID deaths, friends. COVID deaths. Wonderful. This is crazy. Again, would have on a regular basis caused a lot of hawa. But as I said, this might be, I've told you this is, I think, one of the reasons why they haven't done the census also, because it would show. That is one of the reasons. I feel like the numbers will be like, if you look at the estimates, it will go like this, and then 2022 May it will go flat, and then it will go down a little bit, and then it will go like I say. So they will definitely see. Didn't a lot of births happen during COVID? Actually, 0.2% less births happened during COVID, according to this. So, people wanted to have proper last rites, and this was the only way to get the loved ones out of the hospitals. That was the entire industry within the medical industry. After, see, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause of deaths was a little sus. Even we know that during that time. Why would the government hide deaths? Golwalkar? Did you just call me Golwalkar? How dare? Government hid deaths because otherwise people will be like, अरे तुमने अच्छे से काम नहीं किया कोविड के टाइम पे, यू यूजलेस, यू सक्स. 10% कम हो गया ऐसा पता ना चले सेंसस से, पता नहीं. My father had also died during COVID. Not only that, but our neighborhood also realized an odd. There were many deaths. Almost every family had someone had passed away. Most were not from COVID. Yeah. I have Golwalkar in the back. Who said it's Golwalkar? It's me. It's me. See? It's my bunch of merch. It is my merch website ka logo. It's me. It's me. See properly. Also, this is the QR code. You can buy my merch also. Meanwhile, it's called bunch of merch. Okay. My video series is called Bunch of Thoughts. This is bunch of merch. Yeah. And this is me. That's Karl Marx, it seems. No. Me. Hey, please. That's me. You look like a Baba, no offense. It's okay. I don't think being a Baba is that bad anymore, right? Right, chat? Being a Baba gets you some perks. Vishal, thank you for the support. Thank you. Okay, अब क्या देखना है chat? Okay, from this point forward of the stream, if you want me to look at things, I will look at things. But then again, थोड़ा सा ये होगा, verification थोड़ा सा करना पड़ेगा. Yeah, we can't just look at everything. बेचारी मार्क्स ने तुम लोगों का क्या बिगाड़ा है? Exactly, बेचारा मार्क्स, seriously. Yeah. People were saying no earlier कि ये देखो वो देखो, क्या देखना है? पहले वाला क्वेश्चन क्या था अक्ष? पहले वाला क्वेश्चन बता ना. इंडिया यूके ट्रेड डील, उसमें क्या हुआ? चीपर बूस. बलूचिस्तान इंडिपेंडेंस. ओके, क्या हो रहा है ये बलूचिस्तान का? आई डोंट नो व्हाट बलूचिस्तान का हो रहा है. हाँ. Which Indian news channels do you know? Birth of Balochistan announced by Sudarshan News. What? ये क्या हो रहा है? In this difficult times of journalism, only channel you can trust is Sudarshan News. They broadcast 100%.
जय बलूचिस्तान, जय हिंदुस्तान. आज का बिंदास बोल में बलूचिस्तान को स्वतंत्र देश घोषित करे.
What?
इस मांग के साथ करने वाला हूं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी से, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बिरादरी से, हिंदुस्तान की जनता से और बलूचियों को भी आज साथ देने का समय है. आइए आज रात 8 बजे बिंदास बोल में कुछ विशेष करते हैं. पाकिस्तान को काटकर बलूचिस्तान निर्माण करते हैं.
इनका कुछ भी चल रहा है. इनका मतलब What did I just see? What the hell did I just see? What is that? Is that what you wanted me to see? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, what was that? Oh, sorry. It's not a parody, it's actually Sudarshan News. Sudarshan News is crazy. They do this shit. क्या है ये फ्री प्रेस जर्नल का? ओके लेट्स सी. राणादित्य ने कुछ शेयर किया है. Okay. What is BLA? Liberation Army intensifies attacks on Pakistan amid Operation Sindoor. Understand India-Balochistan ties. Balochistan Liberation Army aims for Balochistan's independence, alleging exploitation and repression by Pakistan. Group conducts attack on military and civilian targets, advocating for Baloch rights and self-determination amidst ongoing conflict. Oh, okay. Southwestern Pakistan group's primary objective is to achieve independence for Balochistan. एक सेकंड मैप पे देख लेते हैं. मुझे बलूचिस्तान का मैप देखना है एक बार. कैसा दिखता है? ओपन इन टेप. अरे खुल रही. ये कैनवा पे क्यों खुल रहा है? कैनवा पे नहीं खोलना है. ये क्या? ओके ठीक है चलेगा. सो okay, so this is Balochistan. This is area and there is a BLA which is trying to get independence. Okay, conflicts between Balochistan and Pakistan. Pakistan has long been accused of suppressing Baloch nationalism. Oh, तो उनका भी एक separatist movement चल रहा है. I was, again, I'm very lacking knowledge on this. Okay, so I'm also finding this out as you are finding this out if you lack knowledge like me. BLA attacks on Pakistan army are primarily driven by their desire for independence. Yeah. Recent attacks. At least 14 Pakistani army personnel were killed in 2 attacks in Balochistan, highlighting the escalatory insurgency in the region. First attack involved a remote-controlled IED targeting a military convoy in Bolan district, resulting in deaths of all 12 soldiers, including... Oh! When did this happen? These incidents reflect the ongoing conflict. Following the attacks, dropped another banger-full action where magic happens with 12 army soldiers. What? Oh, ये क्या इंडियन कोई है? आदित्य राज कोल. Okay. Baloch Liberation Army Special Tactical Operations Squad targeted Pakistani army vehicle in a remote-controlled IED attack. ये कब हुआ? May 8th. Wait, is this authentic? Because again, this guy, Aditya Raj Kaul, has been spreading some random things. So I'm not sure if this happened now. But ठीक है, अगर 8th में डाला है तो क्या है? ये क्या ड्रामेटिक म्यूजिक है? EOD vehicle. Okay. फटेगा ये आई थिंक. What is happening? IED attack ना? Yeah. Yep. Oh shit. Oh god. Horrifying. Oh god. No. Oof. 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 No. Horrifying. 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 Ah. Check out ground news as news creator. It mentions. Yeah, I know. TOS violation. No, I muted it. Prompting India to accuse Pakistan of supporting terrorism, a claim of Islam refuses in response to attacks. ये कब हुआ था? But okay. So basically, pointing out that there is like a separatist movement going on in Pakistan also, which is Balochistan related. Okay, fair. Why do you reckon that the Pakistani public, at least on Twitter, is playing into their army's hand and focusing their energies on making us the enemy instead of their own regime? I mean, like, isn't that natural, Aksh? Like, again, as I said, people will pick sides during that time. If I ask you the same question, why are you supporting your own army? That would be ridiculous, right? Because you would, because you're Indian. They are Pakistani. They would support their Pakistani army. Do you think critical thinking would happen even on that side? Of course not. Thanks so much. Much needed sane discourse. Love your content. Have been following you since NL, IVM and here. Just found out you are related to... Oh yeah, Vishnu Manohar. Yes. My cousin interned with him. Love Rasoi. Hey, thank you, Nishant. Thank you. Guys, just to give you context, Vishnu Manohar is my mama. He's a big chef in Maharashtra. He has his own YouTube channel which has more subscribers than I do. Cooking channel, Marathi cooking channel. I don't know if you know, there is a place called Rasoi, Vishnuji ki Rasoi, that is owned by my mamas. People in Maharashtra would know, at least in Pune and Mumbai and Nagpur, Nashik, all these areas. It's a franchise, you know. There is one in San Francisco also. You are going to react to Pawan Khera's tweet. Okay, let's look at Pawan Khera's tweet. I'll look into this Balochistan thing more. I don't know much I don't have much information about it right now. Yeah, he's my mama. Rahul Gandhi, Bharat ki Awaaz. Is this... No, okay, to alag hai. District cluster explosions can be heard at Jaipur airport. यह खबर तथ्यहीन एवं भ्रामक है. जयपुर एयरपोर्ट पूर्ण रूप से सुरक्षित. अबे यार ये ANI वाला है गाइस. ANI वाला मत करवाओ मुझसे. Modi government was ये क्या India abstains from voting at IMF meet that discussed fresh loans to Pakistan. Modi government was expected to not only vote against but also to lobby with other members to oppose fresh IMF loans to Pakistan, but Modi government chose to abstain from voting. Yeah, we abstained. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, it did say we abstained. Why didn't we vote no? I don't know. Interesting. I need to look into this IMF thing more, huh? Definitely. If our friend Atharva is there, Atharva, we need to look into this a little more, huh? IMF, what is going on? Why is this like an abstain moment and not a oppose moment? Loud bangs heard in southern Kashmir. Okay. When I say support the Indian army and its action, the moment I say support, it feels like I'm being insensitive to the lives lost. How do I deal with this? You can support the Indian army and be anti-war at the same time. I think a lot of people need to process this fact a little bit, right? Which is, you can support the Indian army, you can support the people who are in the Indian army, you can basically say that, but you can also say that I hope they survive. I hope they go in the battlefront and don't die. Which means you can also say that war shouldn't happen, because if wars happen, their rate of survival goes down, which means we lose more brave soldiers, and that is not a good thing. So it is possible. So whenever you say you support the Indian army, you can still say that you can be anti-war. Yeah. Chat, all those in favor say aye. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Of course, there is dissent in Pakistan, but it's more suppressed than in India. Also, people forget that army's first priority is to defend the nation's citizens, not attacking other nations' citizens like Pakistan. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. This is signaling that actually this anti-war thing I told you just now was a thing that someone in the defense forces only told me. It's like, listen, you can support the Indian army and be anti-war at the same time. It's actually true. I didn't think of it that way, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Logically, it makes sense. I want you guys to survive. I'm very thankful to you for your service. I want you guys to be on the front, and I'm proud of you. But I also want you to live, which means I'm anti-war, right? Because the only way our armed forces survive more is if there is less conflict and less war. Brijesh, thank you so much for the support, friend. But guys, see, that's the thing. You know, you can support the army. Yes, support the army, of course. I learned it from Hideo Kojima and Metal Gear Solid. Okay, I want you on the front and then back. Okay, sipping margaritas. Okay. You can brandish your gun and say, I don't. What? Why have your videos not been regular? I miss them. Amit, I do regular videos, man. What are you doing? I put up like 2 updates. I did like 4 live streams this week, especially in this insane time. And also so many new members have seen my members only live streams, and I'm going to continue doing those. So yeah, this Friday live stream will be open for all. And today I'm going a little longer. Like, this is like old time live streaming, which is 2.5 hours, 3 hours long. De-escalation is in fact the most pro-armed forces. Exactly. And that's why I was talking about the escalation ladder. Again, the people I spoke to. See, I have not been like just sitting around. I have actually been trying to like sharpen my opinion a little bit by talking to people who have actually been on the front. If you know someone who has been on the front, please talk to them about war. It will clarify so many freaking things in your head. You will not imagine. Like, there were people who have emailed me last few days whose parents are in the armed forces or who have family in the armed forces, who had so much better perspective to give than anything that I've heard so far. So I was like, I should also talk to some people. So I found some and I spoke to them, and yeah, they were the most reasonable people ever who were giving me so many like things to think about. And they were like, yeah, you can do this 2 things at the same time. What is your problem? Can you confirm if Turkey sends drones to attack India? Yes. Aditya, the answer to that is yes, because forensic evidence has found that the drones, the Doso drones that came in from Pakistan have basically been taken down by missile systems in India. What is it? S-400, Russian surface-to-air missiles. They basically were manufactured in Turkey, as far as I know. Wait, what is there was a name also. Chat, do you remember the name? They mentioned it in the press conference also. The name of the drone, we can look it up. They sold drones to Pakistan and Pakistan sent it. Yeah. Kahan pe, guys, is there like a... Do you know the name of the drones? Spider? This is the kind of nuanced journalism we need in India. Oh, thank you. UAV. Turkey sold them to Pakistan. Doesn't mean Turkey sent the drones. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. What? The question was that Turkey sent the drones or not? No. Pakistan sent the drones. Turkey sold the drones to Pakistan. That's what I know. Songar drones. Dekhte. These are the ones. Songar. They are Turkey made, friends. Turkey made. ये first post का article है. Again, pointing out first post का article है. What are Turkey made Songar drones that Pakistan used against India? Indian Army Colonel Sofia Qureshi revealed in the press conference today sent 300 to 400. Wait, I thought she said 200. Did I mishear? I think she said 200. Anyway, to target military installations across the western border, adding that preliminary investigation showed that these were Turkish-made Songar drones. Developed by defense firm Assisguard, they have an operational range of 3 to 5 kilometers. That's not much. Missiles and drones last night. 300, 400 drones to 36 locations. She said preliminary intervening night. Turkish Songar drones. Indigenous drones were introduced to the inventory of Turkish armed forces in 2020. A year later, they were integrated into an armored 4x4 land vehicle, which added to the drone's capability to detect and take out targets in advance during cross-border missions. Unmanned aerial vehicle is equipped with 5.56 caliber 45mm NATO standard firearms. Oh, it's a shooter drone, as per website. Songar boasts automatic fire stabilization and can effectively deployed for military and security operations. Its autonomous takeoff and landing capability enables it to respond to any threat around the clock. Oh, it's like a gun drone. Unlike ours, the ones that we sent were kamikaze drones. So those were like loitering munitions, which are like they would circle the target and they would like fall on it and explode. This one is a gun drone, so it's a different thing. Okay. Drone can fly at altitudes up to it can transmit video. Songar drones 30 minutes without payload. But this is not much range, no? 3 to 5 kilometers is not much range. Turkey's support to Pakistan. Revelation of Pakistan using Turkish drones in the clashes with India comes again amid Ankara's support for Islamabad. India's strikes hit 9 terror sites. Turkey's Foreign Affairs Ministry condemned India's attack, saying it raised risk of an all-out war. It also called on both sides to exercise common sense and refrain from unilateral actions. Okay. Dialed Pakistan Prime Minister expressing his solidarity. Erdogan also told Sharif that Turkey backed what he called Islamabad's calm and restrained policies in the crisis. Wait, is Erdogan with Pakistan? I'm not sure. I mean, they must be selling weapons to Pakistan, but I'm not sure if is Turkey like completely backing Pakistan? I'm not sure. Deadly in the hands of aggressors. Yeah, I mean, yes. So both Turkey and Azerbaijan are supporting Pakistan. Time to support Armenia, I guess. No, see, again, Aditya, when you look at countries selling weapons to other countries, doesn't mean that when it's time for warfare, they will just automatically support the other country. Please understand this, right? Turkey and India might still have great relations. They might just be selling weapons to Pakistan. That is another thing. It might be different. They're literally BFF, okay? Turkey and Pakistan are historical allies, okay? Turkey plays along US no cap, okay? Erdogan is a snake, he'll say whatever. Also true. Turkey and China only countries to back Pakistan and condemn India. Okay. China ने condemn नहीं किया India को ना? China has given a nothing burger statement saying, oh, please de-escalate, please be peaceful, please don't do anything more. I believe. They have supported official statement. Okay, so Turkey has supported Pakistan. Cool. Turkey also has given them naval vessel. Okay. So, clearly. US is sabka mai baap. Yeah. Wait, didn't we have a good relationship with Turkey also? I thought we had good relationships with Turkey. I'll have to look into this. Again, guys, I'm finding these things out as you are talking to me. As I said, from that point forward, if that I'm going to look up things that you are telling me to look up. So that's what we are doing. We are finding out things together. I might not know things. Just saying. India is not a serious country after the attack. Oh, okay. There's a bunch of people spreading this conspiracy that Turkey is puppeteering Pak to help create a new global caliphate or some nonsense. Okay, I just found out about this. I just heard that Turkey supplied drones to Pakistan. That is the information I had. Now I looked at what drone it is. Now I know it's a gun drone. Other than that, I had no idea about the alignment part of Turkey and Pakistan. Now chat is telling me that Pakistan and China and Turkey are BFFs, whatever. I'll have to look into it. I don't know. But if you're saying so, sure. I don't know if like this is like a mad conspiracy theory going on here. I have no idea, honestly. China wants us to de-escalate so they can continue breaching borders. Well, China also wants us to de-escalate because we're a major trading partner. China is helping Pakistan in giving information warfare and giving a backhand. Oh, ये क्या proof है? इसमें कुछ proof है क्या? Okay, need to look at this. ये print वालों ने क्या किया है? Thank you, Jatin. ये क्या है? Who is backing Pakistan? ये तो 25th April का है. Wait. China supports Pakistan's demand for impartial probe. China Indo-Pak war games. Okay, no. Print का नहीं दिखा मुझे कुछ. I mean, with this headline at least. Who is backing Pakistan? This is a 25th April 2025 का article. India's military is preparing a suitable retaliatory strategy in response to Pahalgam attack, but these actions are only the beginning. A more complex challenge lies beneath them. India must guard against Turkey and China's dirty games. Okay.
Pakistan's playbook of hate towards India must be met with a firm and decisive response, one that is strategically timed and executed entirely on India's terms. What is Pakistan? A fragile, fragmented nation plagued by radical ideologies, deep internal divisions, and numerous insurgencies. It is a perpetually struggling country that, while on the brink of being on a collapse for years, has been kept afloat by its international patrons. The perpetually failing state has never really completely failed. And despite its economic and political instability, Pakistan has demonstrated the capacity to carry out an unprecedented targeted attack, brutally killing Hindu tourists in Pahalgam. The act has shot and carries several layers, so the answer can be very, very complicated. But the most immediate and clear answer, especially when it comes to military capabilities, is China, followed closely by Turkey. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's assertive stance, which calls for holding not just Pakistan, but also its backers accountable, will have to address the growing involvement of both China and Turkey in strengthening Pakistan's military apparatus. So, any comprehensive response must confront the strategic advantage China enjoys through its military foothold near India, particularly in regions like the Shaksgam Valley. Now, the valley was originally under Pakistan's control, but was ceded to China decades ago, allowing Beijing to exert additional pressure on India. Contrary to the commonly held view that China simply filled the void left by the United States after it distanced itself from Pakistan in the 90s, the ties between Beijing and Islamabad run much deeper. Their collaboration, especially in defense, dates back to the Cold War era. When the US and its Western allies, the peace shed light.
Nuclear anxiety. Okay, so देखना पड़ेगा. I'm going to look at this. I want to look at this properly. Question carries several layers, but most immediate and clear answer, especially when it comes to military capabilities, is China, followed closely by Turkey. Oh, it's just the same video, but transcript is here. Okay. It goes back in history. Okay, we'll look at this. Fair. Navdeep, thank you so much for the support, friends. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Much, much appreciated. With libs like this, what did I do? Flight. कौन से libs? कौन है रे? किसके बात कर रहे हो? क्या कर रहे हो तुम? Flight FM. रेडियो खराब है क्या तुम्हारा? What do you think of the idea of attacking Karachi port? What's your opinion? It didn't happen. I hope you know that, Anant. You didn't come in thinking that it has actually. It didn't happen. Just clarifying. Also, bad idea because there would be like some other countries' ka ships also in port there, and it would cause like a massive diplomatic incident if we actually take down that port. It's a big port, so no, bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. I get what you mean by the time and place, but to advocate for de-escalation, we need criticism, and questioning the government is important. War doesn't change the track record of this government. Again, de-escalation, you can just say de-escalate. Don't like let it go further. Again, time and place. How much can we trust official sources when even government ministers like Rijiju are posting fake news? Oh yeah, I saw that. Guys, did you see Kiren Rijiju posting fake news? He basically believed the Karachi port attack thing which some news channel had posted and tweeted about it and immediately deleted it. So basically, union ministers are also like getting a lot of WhatsApp inputs and believing them. So feel better about yourself. You're not alone. If our union minister can fall for this shit, so you're in a good place. You're in a good place. Please read yesterday's Al Jazeera article on BLA attack. So, okay, I have to look at few things. One is Balochistan. The second is IMF thing, IMF and Pakistan and what is happening. The third is this one, China, Turkey backing, etc. I will come back to you on that. I will do a stream next week where I will have some more details on this, some more perspective on this. Right now, again, I have not looked at these things. I'm just telling you outright. So that's why I will not have any opinion on it. So I will. Why delete my viewport? किसने delete किया? मैंने नहीं किया. कोई mod ने किया होगा. And mods are all powerful. No caps. Yeah, no caps. क्या बोला उसने? Bro, Meghnad, whether it is bad idea or not, leave it to the. तो चिल्ला क्यों रहे हो? He's pretending he didn't tweet it. The screenshots are fake. Of course he is. I mean, Rijiju. Said Rijiju. By the way, did we establish nationality of Pahalgam attackers? I am not sure. I don't know if we know who they are. I think we did identify like 2 of them and we were circulating some sketches of them, but I don't know if there is a manhunt that happened after that, if we found them, where they are in the universe. I don't know anything. We contribute only 3% to IMF finance. China does 10%. US much more. We can't do much about it. Pakistan's military says there will be no de-escalation. Oh yeah, I saw that, Naina. I saw that. Like, I mean, they just keep saying no de-escalation. Pakistan army official did press conference on them shooting down Indian drones with proof. No, we know. I think they did take down some drones. Yeah, that too we know, right? I think the Indian army also confirmed that or like something like that. Like we sent drones and they were taken down, or I think we attacked their military bases and we sent some drones and some were taken down. कुछ तो था मैं देख रहा था. So it's not surprising. And we did admit that we sent drones and we took down their military like radars and everything. The Indian army itself admitted that we sent drones. So clearly some were taken down, I'm guessing. Wasn't it relatively bad idea to strike Pakistan? I'm not going to comment on that right now. Not the time or place. One of the 3 or 4 was successful, so obviously others didn't work. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think one definitely worked, right? You know, the one they said like a radar was taken down by us. Some radar. And the other 2, I think one was in a stadium. The other one was, I think, some other location. So 3 या 4 हुए हैं, but like one तो definitely succeeded. There was views on some Chinese failed missile being found in India. Not sure if it's true. Apparently, they mentioned that the missile was sold few days prior. I saw that. I saw the photo. Again, I didn't find a credible source for that or where it was from. So again, I didn't mention that. I didn't take that news seriously. I saw that one missile is unexploded missile, Chinese missile is lying somewhere. I don't know where that came from. I saw it in like two different places, so I'm not sure if that is true. Doesn't cabinet get briefed on the situation? I don't think the cabinet as a whole gets briefed on it. I feel like the CCS, as I showed the document, they are the ones who are doing the whole thing. And I think when the opposition all-party meeting happened, that is when maybe the cabinet ministers get like whatever information they need to. I don't think the whole cabinet is briefed immediately. How can you trust anything coming out of organizations that don't have any independence on its own and is controlled by Modi, who is deliberate liar and always in election mode? Network engineer, okay. I know like you are very angry with Shri Sir Adarniya Supreme Leader Narendra Ji Modi Ji. I get it, friend. I get that you don't like him. I get that you criticize him. I get that you think whatever you think about him, that he's authoritarian, maybe he's anti-democratic, whatever you want to say. Again, time and place. One of the things I appreciate, I said this in a stream, I appreciate the fact that he's not in the forefront. He's just in the background somewhere. He's letting the army lead the charge. The army is the one that is giving the taking charge and giving the press conference and the briefings and doing the things and whatever. And I am out here to say that, yeah, trust the Indian army. Modi ji kar rahe jo kar rahe, it's okay. Karne do. I mean, again, there is a time and place to bring those issues in. Right now, during times of conflict, he is our prime minister at the end of the day. He is the one who is calling the shots. Doesn't mean that you have to support everything he does. Doesn't mean that you have to support all the things. I'm just saying selectively right now, because it is a difficult time, because it is a time of conflict, is when some other issues can be kept aside for later. Does that make sense? Like, तुम लोग, मैं थोड़ी बोल रहा हूँ कि criticize मत करो. I'm just saying time and place again and again. For that very reason. There is a time and place. Why block 8,000 Twitter accounts and the wire? I do not support that at all. But you do realize that that is like an inevitable thing that is going to happen now. Basically, using this conflict, a lot of things will be done in the background which you and I will not know about, unfortunately. One is critics will be shut down. Cannot question. Again, I'm saying cannot question that either, because time and place. It is a wrong thing to do, but at the same time, time and place. I'm saying there is a time and place to do things. They have shut down 8,000 accounts. मेरा भी shut down हो जाएगा maybe. I don't know. किसी का भी हो सकता है. Like whoever they think is anti-national, whoever they think is going against the interest of the country or whatever, it is completely up to them. During times of conflict, this is what happens. We will see times of conflict. We will see war. We will see more authoritarian tendencies come out. Why is Barkhadar doing live reporting when the government has disallowed it? Is she? I didn't see. No, she was in Jammu and she was in other places. One second. Okay, friends, बुलावा आया है, so I will end this stream in a few minutes. democracy ki aisi ki taisi, exactly. That's precisely the thing. Like, I mean, right now, conflict ke time pe, a lot of rights are suspended. If you don't know, that is what happens. A lot of rights are suspended. A lot of things are kept in abeyance, in keeping in mind national security. That is the way the world functions. That is unfortunate. Civil rights are crushed. It is also unfortunate. That is what happens. I'm selling drugs. What? What are you on, Val? Kuch bhi. Khwaja Asif, no option other than full-blown war. Oh my god, this guy. Khwaja Asif. Khwaja Asif is the crazy defense minister. Please don't believe him. He's an idiot. Please, can I play a clip before we go of Khwaja Asif being an idiot? Because I feel like he's going to be a character that is going to show up again and again. He's an idiot. That game you keep talking about. Oh, Schedule 1. Yeah, I stopped playing that. I have been playing another game which is amazing. It's called Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It is freaking amazing. But wait, Down Jets. This is the one. Wait. ये बंद करना पड़ेगा सब कुछ. Before I go, let's play Khwaja Asif.
We offered immediately after what happened in Pahalgam, this terrorist attack in occupied occupied Kashmir, that there should be an international investigation, and some agreed upon delegation or investigators can come and examine who's responsible for what happened in Kashmir, Indian Kashmir.
India has not agreed to that. It says it isn't necessary. It accuses terrorist organizations in Pakistan and supported by the government. It accuses those of being behind the attack. I want to talk very specifically about what's happened, sir. This attack happened shortly after midnight. India says it did not attack military sites. It says it struck 9 sites in total, all, quote, terrorist infrastructure, quote, from where terrorist attacks against India have been planned and directed. So walk us through what was targeted and where.
I'll again make the same offer for what happened in Pakistan yesterday. The Indian attacks took place. Perhaps 6 or 7 sites were attacked by Indians. We'll invite, or I think it is already underway, that international media has visited all these sites. And they can be interviewed, or they can report to their respective channels whether these sites were being used by terrorists, or these sites were ever used by the terrorists. So there's again a very open offer to the Indians or international community to examine and inspect the sites which were attacked.
Let me put this to you. India is explicit about these being sites that were used by terrorists. This is terrorist infrastructure. Do you have any evidence to suggest that that is not true? You're the defense minister, sir. So with respect, let's be very specific. India has said, hold on. India has said it struck 9 sites. These were not Pakistan military sites. These were terrorist infrastructure.
They're absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. There's absolutely no evidence. India would just want to justify whatever they have done last.
Oh, by the way, I saw this one clip of this random dude in Bahawalpur. I don't know if I can find it, but I'm just telling you about it. some reporter was interviewing this dude in Bahawalpur who was basically talking to him, and he was asking him ki, oh, what happened here, like there was a strike here, etc. And he's like कि हाँ हमको पहले से ही पता था, हमने खाली कर दिया था. And he's like कि आपने खाली कर दिया था? He's like कि हाँ हमने पहले ही 10 दिन पहले ही खाली कर दिया था, क्योंकि वहाँ पे हम मुजाहिद ट्रेन वेन करते हैं ना, इसीलिए हमको पता था ये टारगेट होने वाला है. And I was like, a dude on the street is just ऐसे ही casually admitting that हमने वो खाली कर दिया क्योंकि वहाँ पे मुजाहिद ट्रेन होते हैं. And the reporter is like, okay. आपको पहले से पता था? लेकिन हाँ obviously टारगेट तो होने वाला था ना, वो वहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग होता है ना. I was like, what? Pakistani people are also like so amazing. Anyway, I mean, you would think, right? You know, in a Bahawalpur like place, if there is like a masjid where this is happening, it would be kind of normalized, right? So if I'll try to find that clip. It was very, very strange.
Night, and they were taught a very, befitting lesson that they lost
correction हो रहा है. Pratham is saying that was Murid ke, not Bahawalpur. Okay, fair enough. I mean, okay, Murid ke mein tha wo. I saw that clip in the morning. Sometime I forgot to save it.
Planes, 3 of them were Rafale and a MiG and a Jaguar. So they came in to target supposedly terrorist camps or training grounds or training camps.
But you're telling me that you don't know whether these sites were terrorist training sites?
No. There's absolutely no terrorist activities. It's just the imagination, the figment of imagination of India. They just want to justify whatever they are doing. They're trying to find a justification for that. Absolutely, there's no.
You've just brought up the fact that India lost some fighter jets. So
yeah,
let's
this
be
is
quite
the part.
clear about this.
This is the funny
Pakistan
part.
claims it shot down 5 Indian Air Force jets and a drone, as I understand it. India says there's no evidence of that, no proof. So can you provide more detail? Hold on. Can you provide more detail? And is this the response that your army spokesman threatened, or is there further action to come? Let's start with this very specific allegation of 5 fighter jets shot down. Where's the evidence for that, sir?
Yeah.
It's all over the social media, on Indian social media, not on our social media. The debris of these jets fell into Indian occupied Kashmir.
He's an idiot.
All over Indian media today.
Oh my God.
The reason to talk to you today, sir, is not to talk about content all over social media. I'm sorry. It's not to talk about content all over social media. I'm asking you very specifically for the evidence, for the detail. For example, was any Chinese equipment used by Pakistan to down these Rafale jets, as I understand?
Okay, in my educated guess, this is what is happening. I feel like this old man has no idea what is going on. Honestly, this old man is not being kept in the loop by the army general who is actually running the country. And what's his name? Shahbaz Sharif also has no clue what is going on, because it is a very fractured country. The most popular man in Pakistan, Imran Khan, is in jail. There was this footage I was seeing of some young biker dudes who were just storming the prison also. कि अरे release करो, हम उसको release करके रहेंगे इमरान खान को. That is happening on one side. Now you are telling me about this Balochistan thing that is happening on the other side. There is this Munir who has been giving like the most bland speeches to his army generals. Most bland. Then on the other hand, they are actually holding state funerals in the presence of people who are accused of terrorism. Proven. US has said that this guy is a terrorist who is leading public prayers with the Pakistani flag draped around the victims. And this guy is going on TV and freaking saying that social media pe hai na proof, dekh lo, planes down. I have to say this. We are battling with a cartoon country. There is no doubt. It is in shambles, friends. I mean, you almost feel sorry for them sometimes because, goddamn, it's a very, very bad situation that country is in. There is clearly nobody who is aware of what is really going on, especially their defense minister. So, yeah, it's a sad broken state. Yeah.
Stan, you are alleging them to be.
No Chinese equipment. We have Chinese planes, JF-17 and JF-10. They are Chinese planes, but they are being manufactured, assembled in Pakistan now. We have very close to Islamabad, we have a facility over there where these planes are manufactured.
Oh
and
my God.
If India can buy planes from France.
Anyway, don't need to listen to him. Please don't take him seriously. वो बहुत कुछ बोल रहा है. Like अभी as we saw, like he said in some clip that kids from madrasas can be used as a second line of defense or something, and human shield. कुछ भी चल रहा है, कुछ भी चल रहा है. तो छोड़, let it be. We should feel sorry for him. He doesn't control military. As a civilian defense minister, he has said they should use madrasa students against India in parliament. Oh, yeah. I saw that. Exactly what I said. Like, I mean, he's saying whatever he wants, whatever he feels like. So that's not a good sign. Cartoon country with nukes. Yeah, that is the worry there, right? See, again, their army can damage for sure. So, Munir, you will still take a little more seriously than Khwaja Asif. I would take him even more seriously than the Prime Minister right now of Pakistan. Check super chats before logging off. I think some from Jatin and Vishy. Okay. Let me see the super chats and then I will log. Jatin, हम भी यहाँ है, मोदी भी यहाँ है, अभी गेस्ट को संभाल लेते हैं. What? I didn't understand. Can you confirm? ये तो हो गया. We should recognize Armenian innocent and support goods. Okay. Brijesh, thanks so much. Needed sane discourse. Thank you. ये हो गया था. Jatin, Atharventrish, ये हो गया था. ये भी हो गया था. Really helpful, especially for someone far away from family. ये भी हो गया था. Dragoon का भी हो गया था. I think I've covered. Last few streams on census and war. Thanks for the therapy. Oh, you're welcome. एक बात बताओ, अगर ये भी हो गया था. So I think everybody हो गया था. Okay. Cool. I think we have covered all super chats. IMF loan for PK approved. What? It has been approved. Oh God. $2 billion loan. अबे साले क्या चल रहा है यार? Guys, what? Okay, no, slip on our diplomatic face. Wait, let me see if this is true. If there is a news flash. Oh my God, it's true. Oh, what? IMF approved disbursement of 1 billion loan to Pakistan despite India's protests. India had objected to an IMF bailout package, raising concerns. तो हमने abstain क्यों किया? Oppose क्यों नहीं किया? International Monetary Fund approved immediate disbursement of about 1 billion to Pakistan. What? ये क्या चोमुगिरी है, guys? What? According to a statement by Pakistan PMO, Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif expressed satisfaction. India registered its protest during the board meeting. Bailout package. What did India say on IMF? IMF Pakistan is prolonged borrower with poor track record out of the last 35 years. India has also highlighted that if this program has succeeded, ये तो पढ़ लिया था. Pakistan and IMF had reached a 3-year, $7 billion aid package deal in July, with new programs set allowed countries cement microeconomic stability and create conditions for stronger, more inclusive and resilient growth. This comes amid military standoff following India strikes in Pakistan. Yeah, this is so shit. This is absolute shit. Guys, you do have to realize Pakistan, other than being a bit of a cartoon country, is also an extremely corrupt country, because most of the money that is sent by IMF and US and whatever is sucked up by their military for their personal things, and the other bunch of it is used to buy weapons, which again procurement में corruption करके वहां से भी पैसा siphon हो जाता है, right? So the military complex, the military industrial complex of Pakistan basically will just suck up this money and buy some weapons, and middlemen थोड़ा खा जाएंगे, army वाले थोड़ा खा जाएंगे, and then India पे attack करेंगे. This is bizarre. But then again, as I said, IMF technically हो क्या रहा है? IMF will fund Pakistan. Pakistan will use that to buy weapons. Weapons will be bought from US, France, all these fancy ass powerful countries, and we will be like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. We need to look at this. This is extremely frustrating. I agree with you, Robin. This shouldn't have happened. But I'm also wondering, why didn't we say no? Why didn't we oppose it? I'm not sure what is going on, guys. I'm not sure. You need to look at it. Not even one innocent person is collateral damage and cannot be justified no matter who does it. Please don't stop questioning the government in the name of patriotism. Salam, again, you have your view. As I said in the beginning of the stream also, time and place. Time and place, friend. Time and place. I will keep repeating time and place. Also, read the room. Read the room. Time and place. Read the room. Time and place. The IMF thing is absolute garbage though. I have to look into it. I will look into it. I will do a video on it next week. I will do, probably if more things happen, I will probably do a members only stream either tomorrow or day after if there is more things to update. Probably on Sunday I might do a stream. Otherwise I will see you on Monday. Monday I was thinking Monday raat ko I will do a general stream again. But we will see. I will try and keep you posted on the updates, guys. If there is things that you would want to send to me, please send to me on megnerd@gmail.com. I would appreciate any sort of inputs and feedback and whatever it is. So yeah, thank you so much. All the new members, I will see you on the members only live streams, and also I will see others on the general live stream. Thank you. And I will see you again. Okay, 2 more super chats aa gaye suddenly. Look at post October 7 reporting by Israel-backed media. Time and place attitude will get you to the escalation ladder quickly. Salam London, again, easy for you to say. You have to understand where I'm coming from. Please understand where I'm coming from. Again, you can push me as much as you want to say things that you want me to say. You can say things that you want to say. Absolutely, I'm displaying them here. But I am not going to say those things. I'm not going to say the same things that you want me to say. That's what I'm saying. Do you think IMF loan being cleared is a poisoned gift? IMF will force Pakistan to start austerity measures which will cause social discontent. It depends on whether they can track the money actually being spent, no? If till now that money has been tracked properly, I doubt, Pakistan mein they're tracking the money or how it is being spent. वहाँ पे भी bribing करते होंगे, कुछ भी करते होंगे. We'll have to look into it. Again, as I said, I will look into it. I will give you a proper answer. Okay. Thank you, and I will see you. Bye. See you. Bye. I will have to do research. I said I will do research on IMF. I will. Right now, I don't have a proper opinion. I will. Okay, bye.